There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz.jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Intelligence is the foundation of any good business. But if every good business has it, how do you stand out? Intuition. When enabled by technology, intuition stops feeling like a hunch and starts looking like confidence. The confidence you get when you work with Cognizant, where we engineer every aspect of your business, technology, processes, and experiences to anticipate expectations and act instantly. This is intuition, and we can engineer it.
In this constantly changing world where businesses move at a rapid pace, Innodata solves the toughest challenges in any industry through human expertise and the power of technology. We are a community that thrives on a culture of collaboration, ideation, and innovation. And we want you to be part of our family. Your journey towards a meaningful and thriving career begins with us. Be part of the Inno community. We are Innodata.
Yan! Good afternoon, everybody! Welcome to Jobs180.com's 2023 Marketing Me Live with Mapua University. Today, we will be joined by speakers from Jobs180.com, Oracle, DXC, and Vixie. But before we start the program, may we invite everyone for the opening prayer, followed by the singing of the national anthem and some following videos from Mapua.
Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below. Praise Him above the heavenly host. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Okay, hello madlang people, mabuhay! Welcome everyone! By the way, my name is Nam Maranan and I will be your host for today's event. We are live via www.facebook.com/jobs180 and www.youtube.com/jobs180. And we hope that everyone is excited to learn new things today. And of course, let's not forget sa mga audience natin today, please comment your full name, wag nickname o first name lang. Full name po. And of course, your year and course. Also, do not hesitate to ask questions later or please type them in the chat box so we can answer them after the talk. Oh, so Q&A nga pala will happen after each speaker's presentation. So, kung may mga questions kayo, please do not hesitate, okay? And don't forget to share and tag your friends, family, o kapitbahay pa yan. So, we will learn new things and knowledge here. So, tawagin nyo na sila and tag them. The evaluation and attendance link will be released at the end of the session. So, if you guys are ready, dahil I'm so ready for today, ilalatag ko na ang ating schedule. So, topic 1 would be job applications using ResumeLink by Jobs180, followed by advantages and disadvantages of being self-employed by Oracle. Next would be freelancing and other income streams by DXC. And last but not the least, leadership skills. Do you have what it takes to be your own boss by VXI? Okay, so, kaya andito na, may mga nakikita na ako nagko-comment ng kanilang full name. Please, full name guys ha, your year and course. Okay. A very pleasant afternoon to all of you who's here, who's watching from Facebook and YouTube. Again, please comment your name, year, and course. Ayan, nakailang paalala na ako. So as we go along, type in your questions so we can read it later. So wag may hiya if gusto mag-ask, lalo if you are very curious, because this is your chance to know the answers you've been looking for before you face the real adulting thing in the world of work. So to everyone who's here, sit back, relax, and let us all #learn together. So without further ado, dahil alam kong excited na kayo to meet our speakers and to learn today, let's meet our first speaker. So for our first presenter, he has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, customer service, operations, business process, and human resources. As a trusted resource speaker, he has done over 1,000 career development seminars in more than 400 plus colleges and universities nationwide. Please welcome Mr. Kim Chua, the Managing Director of Jobs 180.
Good day to all of you. My name is Kim Chua. Don't forget the wa, baka Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. And I'm here to share to you about the most secure tool for job application. This is how you can market yourself more effectively and the different ways to do that. Okay, so let me start. Now, when you apply, you probably have a checklist if you're using the right tool. So just go along with me if you have the right, if you have the same checklist that I have. So ito yung mga things na like kong tinatandaan, no? Will my tool or will the thing that I'll be using help me to stand out? That's the first item that is very important for me. Kailangan mag-stand out ako kasi dami-dami kong kasabayan kalaban sa pag-apply. Another thing in my checklist is that, do I have more than one file? Because oftentimes I have a lot of files. May academic records, may mga government IDs, ang dami mga kailangan hingiin ng mga companies. So I'd like to put them all in one file. And this tool helps me to do that. Okay? Another thing that this tool can do is that it allows me to make the process more efficient. Mas napapabilis yung pag-apply, no? Hindi na napapatagal yung pabalik-balik. So, mas mabilis din syempre tayo maka-move forward. Di ba? And another thing that this tool can do is that wala tong bayad. Baka mukha lang akong salesman, pero libre po ito. Okay? So, this tool is absolutely for free. The most important in my checklist is that this tool, okay, makes my information secured. And I think this is the most important question. Do you want your information to be secured? I hope your answer is yes. Okay? And so with that, let me show you ano tong tool na ito. This tool is called ResumeLink. ResumeLink, by definition, is the most secured tool for job application. Okay? This is a personalized URL. It is a link that anyone can open online anytime, provided that they know the link. So let me use an example. If you are John Santos, just in case lang, your name is John Santos, your resume link would look something like johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. So how do you make one? Okay, how do you make one? Now, the first step is for you to register. This is absolutely for free. Wala itong bayad. Okay? So what do? You go to www.jobs180.com and that is where you now register. Okay? As you register, you just simply fill out the information. These are the basic information. You have the account details, you have your personal information, you have your education. Just in case you have your work experience, whether it's OJT or it's part-time job or whatever yung work experience na yan, then you proceed to that work experience page. Pero pag wala, hanggang dyan na lang tayo sa my education information. Okay? After doing so, you now start to create your resume link. So ano ba ang basihan ng resume link? Kadalasan, ang resume link natin, we base it on our name. We base it on our unique name. Okay, so as an example, if you are John Santos, then you say johnsantos.jobs180.com. Now, what about during scenarios where you create your resume link tapos may nauna sa inyo? May ibang John Santos, may kapangalan ka, no, nauna sa inyo. Ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon na red na box. Sasabihin niya, this name has already been taken. Na okay, malungkot pag taken na. Okay lang, maging creative lang kayo ng konti. Pwede mo balik na rin. Pwede mo sabihin Santos John. Okay, you can also say Santos J. O kaya J Santos. O kaya JS, di ba? Or SJ. Depende sa link na gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapareho kahit kayo may kapangalan. Now, another thing I'd like to emphasize here, wag po kayong OA. Pag gumawa kayo ng resume link, huwag mo gagawin tipong nakalagay, cutie pie, lover boy, Barbie doll, di ba? Because it doesn't sound professional. Imagine going to a company and the HR will ask you, do you have a resume? Tapos sasabihin mo sa kanya, meron po, ang resume ko ay eldiablo.jobs180.com. Di ba? Baka matakot yung HR sa inyo. So I don't recommend that you do something like that. Just stick to your name. Whatever your name is, it will sound professional. Okay? Now, in creating a resume link, you have to use a valid email. Emails like Yahoo, Gmail, Rocketmail, any email, basta nabubuksan nyo, wag na wag ka lang gagamit ng facebook.com na email. Okay? Do not use something like, example lang patrick@facebook.com na email. Do not use patricia@facebook.com na email. Okay? In short, do not use @facebook.com na email. Because if you use @facebook.com, you will no longer be able to receive notifications being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Okay? So use something that you can open. Why is it important for you to open your email? Because you have to verify your account. Okay? Remember, pag nag-verify, yan ang ebidensya na ikaw nag-register talaga. Yan ang proof. Diba? And at the same time, if you verify your account, then you'll be receiving notifications from the companies as well as Jobs on 80. If you do not verify your account, hindi nyo na po marireceive yung mga notification ng mga company. So, sayang naman, di ba? Might as well verify your account first. Okay? Now, you're done with the first step after you verify. So, ano na ang second step? Ang second step is the most logical of all the steps. You have to complete all the information. Very logical. Sino sa inyo mag-apply sa mga kumpanya, bungi-bungi detalye? Sino sa inyo magbibigay ng resume sa mga HR tapos kulang-kulang details nyo? I don't think you'll do that because you're just wasting your time. Instead, pletuhin yung information kung kayo mag-submit dun sa mga companies. Okay? So, step 2, complete the information. And how do you do that? Punta kayo ulit dun sa website, www.jobs180.com, and this time, you don't need to register again kasi may account ka na eh. What you need to do is you have to log in. Okay? Now, as you log in, you start to put your registered email or your resume link and then your password. Na ikaw lang may alam. Okay? Ganun lang siya kasimple. Now, once you're inside your account, you start to fill in the blanks. Ganun lang kasimple. Fill in the blanks. So, the things that you see here, yung mga contents, napakasimple lang. Yung mga personal details nyo, lagay mo dyan. Diba? All the information na sa tingin nyo relevant, you put it there. Now, I have some emphasis lang on items na madalas na may-miss out ito ng mga aplikante. Ano yung mga yon? Sa contact information, you have to put here all the possible ways na pwede kang makontak ng isang HR. Kagaya ng social media handles nyo. Ba't ko nasabi yan? Because in reality is, pag tinatawagan kayo ng mga HR, madalas hindi naman ina-answer eh. Lalo na pag hindi nyo kilala, pag nag-ring yung phone nyo, hala, sino kaya ito? Di ba, hindi mo kilala. Ano gagawin? Hahayaan mo na lang. Di ba, antayin mo kung may mag-message sa inyo. Eh, paano kung yung HR hindi naman hindi masipag mag-message? Masipag lang siya magtawag. That's why I recommend you put here all the possible means na pwede kang makontak. Kagaya ng social media nyo. Put your Facebook there, yung mga messenger nyo, mga Twitter nyo, iba pang mga paraan, social media handles para mabilis kayo ma-reach out. Diba? Message na lang. Are you available Thursday, 10 a.m., so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? Diba? So, lahat ng paraan, lagay mo dyan. What else do you put here? You also put here yung inyong mga work options. Sa work options naman, you just choose lang, parang yes or no lang yan, parang switch, no? Kung ano yung mga options na gusto ninyo, no? Willing to work night shift, willing to relocate, looking for OJT, you can also put it here. Okay? And then, in terms of education, obvious naman, yung alma mater nyo, lagay nyo dito. Diba? Yung mga pampakapal ng resume, sa seminars attended, kahit magkopyahan pa kayo ng mga classmates mo, okay lang. Basta lang make sure, alam nyo na pag-usapan doon sa seminar na yon. Pagdating sa certification, ganun din yan. Walang limit sa space yan. Achievements, recommend ko dito is you don't only put yung mga achievement nyo inside the school. Okay? Kasi hindi naman lahat tayo academically inclined. Some of us are not very active sa school, pero active tayo sa mga social-civic organization. Diba? So, even if it's outside of the school, you can also put it there. As long as you think it is an achievement, you put it there. Okay? Now, in terms of skills and languages, isa-isahin ko lang yan ha. Sa skills, do not limit your skills dyan lang sa course nyo. Hindi porkat education ng course mo, ang ibig sabihin, ang skills na alam mo lang ay magturo. Hindi porkat accounting ang course mo, ang alam mo lang gawin or ang skills mo ay mag-debit, credit, at mag-balance sheet. Diba? So, marami kang alam na iba pang mga skills na kahit walang connect sa course, you can also put it here. Sample, photography, diba? Videography, diba? And all the other things, calligraphy, pwede mo ilagay dyan. Okay? When it comes to languages, I'm sure alam nyo, 2 lengguwahe na. At the minimum, you know English and you know Filipino. If you know local dialect, to be specific, lagay mo Tagalog, Chabacano, Bisaya, Kapampangan, diba? Ilonggo, wala naman limit sa space eh. Diba? If you know foreign languages, put it there. Chinese, Japanese, French, Vietnamese, kung ano man yan, ilagay nyo. Because what you're doing is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to the prospective company. Now, when it comes to references, sigurado naman ako yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. Ang tanong lang dyan, kayo ba kilala nila? Kasi madalas pag tinatawagan namin yung mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. Yung pinakamalupit dyan, hindi talaga kayo kilala. Okay, so please advise yung mga references nyo na ginawa siya lang reference para at least they know what to tell about you. Okay? Now, at this point, I'd like to highlight yung mga things that you don't find in a traditional resume. Ano yung mga yan? Diba? Ito yung mga yun. Let me start with the portfolio section. The portfolio section is where you now upload evidence of your skills. And I think with this day and age, dito pumapasok yung efficiency, no, ng ating application sa mga companies. Because oftentimes, when we apply to companies, marami mga hinihingi, mga pre-employment requirements. They will ask for mga documents, mga proof that is showing na yun talaga yung mga skills nyo. So, kung ano man meron yung mga documents, you can now take a picture, you can scan them, and you can upload it here. Example, government IDs. Diba? Meron ka mga transcripts, academic records. Diba? You can put that there. Okay? Kung meron mga medical clearance na kailangan, ganun din. Hindi na kailangan magpabalik-balik sa company. Oh, ayos ba? Oh, ito pa. Ba? But wait, there's more. Ito na yun. Itong isa pang gusto ko i-recommend sa inyo, yung tinatawag natin selfie video. Nowadays, I think it is not very difficult to create a selfie video. Diba? Ito may TikTok nga kayo eh. Diba? Alam mo naman paano gumawa ng selfie videos. I don't need to teach you how to create a selfie video. What I need to share to you na lang is yung anong kailangan sabihin pagka gumawa ka ng selfie video. Okay, this time, what I recommend is you say something interesting about yourself. Okay? So, you pretend that you're being interviewed by the HR. Di ba? Ano yung matatanong sa atin? Why should we hire you? Di ba? Tell me something about yourself. Why should we consider you among all the other applicants? O, di ba? Ang kagandahan ngayon is you create that video for about 1 minute or less. Hindi kailangan sobrang haba. No? Mga 1 minute lang or less. Pero ang maganda rito is na-evaluate na nung HR yung inyong communication skills. If you can speak in English, then I recommend you speak in straight English. But if you cannot, it's okay as long as you're able to show your personality. You can also showcase here yung mga hard skills nyo. Ano yung mga hard skills? Kagaya ng mga video na panood ko dati, pinakita nila how to use a soldering iron, how to properly handle a welding machine, diba? How to fold table napkins. O ganun, diba? So depende kung ano yung mga skills na alam mo at depende kung ano yung nasa field mo rin, 'di ba, na napag-aralan, 'di ba? So, gusto mo magpakita ka kung paano mag-balance sheet, pwede rin, 'di ba? Again, it really depends on what you wanted to show dun sa HR. Ang point is, you don't need to travel back and forth para lang ipakita on the spot dun sa HR yung inyong hard skills. And most importantly, hindi na kailangan magkaroon ng maraming aberya, maraming istorbo, 'di ba? Sometimes when we try to contact you for the phone interview, ingay yung background, hindi marinig, 'di ba? Mahina signal, maingay, ano nangyari? Nasa biyahe, diba? Or sometimes hindi magtugma yung schedule. At least with that selfie video, it makes the process now more efficient. Now, another good thing pa with the ResumeLink is that you also upload here your profile picture. When it comes to profile picture, you don't need to go to the studio para magpa-picture. Huwag ka na gumastos. Ang importante lang dyan, tumingin ka sa camera, okay, with plain background, at of course, magbihis ka naman ng maayos, diba? And then, you're good to go. Huwag mo gagawin yung mga nasa right side ng screen niyo. Those samples that I'm showing you, it doesn't look professional. Imagine, di ba, yung mga selfie, mga nilagay ng avatar, yan, hindi yan, huwag nyo gawin yan. Okay? Huwag nyo gawin yan. It doesn't look nice, doesn't look professional. Okay? Now, another good thing pa with the ResumeLink is that meron tayong tinatawag na cover photo. Ayan, pasintabi sa matatamaan. May iba sa inyo nakikinig ngayon, hindi naman kayo gifted with writing skills. Some of us are having a difficult time expressing our thoughts and feelings into words. So ano pwede mo gawin? You can now use those pictures to represent your personality or to showcase yung inyong skills. Example, look at the one on the left, yung nasa baba. Ano kaya siya? Sabi ni iba, sir, ophthalmologist, optometrist, or eye expert. Yung nasa kanan, yung nasa taas, ano kaya siya? Sabi ni iba, sir, para siyang admin or clerical work. Or maybe makalat kasi tingnan mo yung lamesa ang kalat-kalat. O, di ba? Again, it depends on the interpretation of the person looking at it. This is an example of someone into HR or maybe into psychology. And this one is an example, it's a very good example by the way, of someone who wanted to say that there is no shortcut to success. Hindi po yan miyembro na Akit Bahay Gang. Okay? Ang gusto niya sabihin, you will be able to reach yung goal mo by taking one step at a time. Oh, di ba? You get what I'm saying now. So I'm showing you good examples para you can draw inspiration from. And I will also show you not so good examples. Ito yung wag niyong gagayahin. Huwag kayong magpapaka-misteryoso. Okay? Maglagay ka ng picture mo dyan. Lalaki man, babae in between, okay lang. Ilagay mo dyan. Member man tayo ng LGBTQ+, okay lang. You put it there. At least alam ng HR who to expect. A lot of times, yung mga pangalan kasi very interchangeable nowadays. Ako mismo, guilty ako dyan. My name is Kim. A lot of people think babae ako, di ba? Eh, pag iba nababasa ko, nakalagay sa renta, Chris, nakalagay George, Alex, Sam, Nick, di ba? Joey. I would assume lalaki. Yun pala, babae. O, di ba? So that's why you better make sure you put your picture there. And wag naman pugot yung ulo nyo pag nilagay ng picture. Dapat kompleto. Okay? Never leave this blank because if you leave this blank, it will not catch the HR's attention. Trust me. Kung ikaw ang HR, wala mang ibang makita dyan, malamang mangyayari dito, next applicant na. Okay? And then if you want to catch the agent's attention, do not create something like this. This is just my opinion. I don't think this looks professional kasi ang dating parang tamad, parang happy-go-lucky, no? Parang chill-chill, walang pakialam sa buhay. Again, that is just my interpretation. Okay? So I showed you the good and not so good examples para you'll be guided. Now you can just play along later on kung anong sa tingin nyo mas bagay sa inyong background or sa inyong sa gusto niyo ipakita sa personality niyo. Okay? Now let's examine a very good example. Look at this person, itong iExpert. Bakit maganda itong example ng kanyang resume link? Because all the information you're seeing here, kompleto na. 'Di ba? Hindi ka na magpabalik-balik eh. Kung ikaw yung HR, everything that you need to ask or you want to know about the applicant, you already find it here. If you're the applicant, you might as well put everything there para wag mo na antayin pa yung time na hihingiin pa sa'yo ng HR yung mga documents yan. Baka hindi na mangyari yun. Baka may ibang aplikante na mas assertive, nilagay lahat ng mga information na i-process na siya kaagad. Diba? Now, at this point, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, Sir, okay nga tong resume link. Kaso lang, baka naman yung information ko nakakalat na sa buong mundo. Baka naman nakalantad na sa buong internet. Ang sagot ay, hindi. Kaya nga tinawag na the most secure tool for your job application. Diba? Bakit? Because you control your privacy settings. Ikaw mismo, as an account user or as a resume link owner, ikaw ang may control ng privacy settings mo. And how will that happen? When you log into your dashboard, as you can see in my screen, when you log into your dashboard, you will find the resume link settings. Pagpunta mo sa settings, mapuntahan mo yung privacy settings at dun ka mamili ngayon ng information you want to show or hide in public. So let me use an example. If you don't want to show your birthday, what do? You turn it off. You don't want to show your references, you turn it off. You don't want to show your address, what do? Turn it off. Diba? So yung mga information na in-off mo, hindi lalabas sa public. Now, if ever lang you decide to change your mind, ang maganda dito sa resume link, updated yan, real time. As in real time. So 5 minutes later, you want to show your birthday, turn it on. What happens? Lahat ng mayroong alam ng resume link mo, alam na niya yung birthday mo. Diba? If 2 days later, you want to show your address, you turn it on, you save your profile, lahat ng may alam ng resume link mo, alam na rin yung inyong address. You get what I'm saying? Diba? So, depende na sa inyo kung ano gusto mo i-on or i-off. If you want to turn off everything, then okay lang. You can just turn off the button. Enable public resume link, off. Wala nang lalabas sa public. Kahit na anong information. Okay? So, yan ang re-remind ko sa inyo. This, the second step is for you to complete the information. And in doing so, please make sure that your profile is interesting, diba? Yung information mo kompleto at updated ang details nyo para mabilis kayo makontak ng mga HR. Now, we go to the last step. Pangatlo na, last step na to. The last step is for you to submit. Now, how will you submit your resume link to those companies? You might be thinking you want to explore opportunities outside of the Philippines. Maybe you want to join some job fairs later on. You want to apply online. You want to, marami, walk-ins, diba? Depende kung ano kasi bumabalik na yung face-to-face ngayon. So, lahat ng mga ipapakita ko sa inyo, lahat ito, practical application. Lahat yan, makaka-relate kayo. Ano yung first one? The first one is you go online. Of course. Diba? Yan ang fastest way. You just connect via your phone, via kung ano man gadget mo, go to jobsonit.com, search for companies. And by the way, speaking of search, you can only search for company, tatlo lang pwede mo i-search ha. Search for company name, position title, and location. Doon sa search bar, hindi mo pwede ma-search ang resume link. So example lang, ikaw si John Santos, okay, ikaw si, ako na lang, Kim, halimbawa lang, subukan mo pumunta sa jobsonit.com, doon sa search bar, type mo doon Kim. Tingnan mo kung may lumabas. Malamang sa malamang, walang lalabas. Unless may company name, position title, or location na may word na Kim. Other than that, walang lalabas dyan. Kasi hindi siya searchable. So, the only time a company would be able to know your information is if and when you give your exact resume link to that company. So, ikaw may control. Ayos? So, tuloy natin. Okay, tuloy natin. So, if you're going to search for companies, what do? Just go to the website of jobsonit.com, search for companies. Kung may lumabas, edi meron. Pag walang lumabas, edi wala. Diba? Ganun lang yan. Huwag natin pilitin magkaroon ng something kung wala talaga. Diba? Okay, so ano gagawin? Tingnan mo yung mga companies. Kung meron kang type, edi gawin nyo, check nyo yung opportunities. After that, you now submit your information to that company. Okay, and when you submit your information to the company, it will ask for your profile, for your resume link and password. So ikaw lang magbibigay ng consent dun sa company. Okay? Now another option is for you to send resumes via email. Now there's nothing wrong in sending resumes through email. Ang tanong dito is, how are you sending your resumes through email? Do you do it like this? Do you say, "Dear HR manager, I'd like to apply for the following position. This is my resume." Tapos mag-attach ka ng Word file, PDF file, or whatever file you have. If you're doing those attachments pa, ang tawag dyan, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Hindi ko sinabing mali. Ang sabi ko lang, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Bakit? Hindi mo kailangan mag-attach anything anymore. If you're going to write an email and send your resume, just simply type your resume link there. Dear HR manager, I would like to apply for the following position. This is my resume. In this example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz, jobsunity.com. Send. Tapos na. Ganun lang kabilis. Diba? Whatever changes you need to do, you put it inside your resume link. You don't have to keep on sending another attachment. Paano kung imagine mo na lang, nag-attach ka ng Word file, diba? Ng PDF file. Tapos nagpalit ka ng address, nagpalit ka ng phone number. Ano gagawin mo? Email mo na may HR. Dear HR manager, I'm sending you my updated resume. Ganun ba? Paano kung 2 months later, lumipat ka ng bahay, iba na address mo, send ka ulit ng bagong resume. Dear HR manager, I'm sending you my updated, most recent resume. I don't think you'll do that. Kasi kung gano'n ang ginagawa mo, sayang sa oras siya, nakakapagod sa part mo, lalong-lalo naman sa part ng HR, mas nakakapagod to keep track kung saan dyan yung pinaka-updated na attachment or pinaka-updated na resume ng aplikante. And this time around, if you have your resume link, all you need to do is just update your resume link at lahat na may alam ng resume link mo, makikita nila yung pinaka-real-time update ng profile or information. Ayos ba? Ayos ba? Sige, another one. For those who wanted to use a hard copy, gusto mo talaga may hard copy ka. When you apply to those companies, you want to give something, then this is also possible. What do? You go to your dashboard inside your job seeker account, then you can print your resume link. Mamili ka lang, 1 column or 2 column version. Either way, the system will try to compress everything into 1 page. O diba? Maginhawa sa buhay. So kung gusto mo talaga mag-apply sa mga kumpanya, hindi mo na kailangan mag-prepare ng maraming mga pages. Minsan, diba, yung mga aplikante, mga 2-3 pages ang isang set ng resume. Palibasa, yung font size 45. Kaya umaabot ng 2-3 pages. O diba? Pero this time, the system will try to compress everything na into 1 page. Just in case you really want to have a hard copy. O diba? Tipid. Okay? Another thing pa for me to encourage you to do is you use resume link cards. Resume link cards. Ano tong resume link card? Kung sa mga nagtatrabaho na, ang tawag namin business card. Sa mga nag-a-apply, tawag dyan, resume link card. So in one piece of paper, whether short bond or long bond paper, you can now design it your own way. You can design it depende kung ano ang gusto mo, pagiging creativity mo. Ikaw bahala. You can make 10, 20 sets of cards. Depende sa laki or liit. Diba? Kasi laki ng index card or kasi liit lang ng mga normal business cards natin. Diba? So depende. So maybe in one long bond paper, you can make 10, 20 sets of cards na. And so after you have it printed out, pwede ka na ngayon maggupit-gupit. Gupit-gupit na lang. Diba? 10 or 20, bawat kumpanya, you can now start to give that as a hard copy. Hard copy pa rin naman yan eh. But this time, why am I encouraging you to use resume link cards instead of the traditional long bond or short bond paper? Bakit? Unang-una, tipid. Diba? Because of course, right now, eto, tipid. Kasi if you're going to apply to 20 companies, you don't need to print 20 sets of long bond papers. You just need to print 1 long bond paper and cut 20 small pieces of resume link cards. O, diba? That's for the cost side. Tipid na. Pangalawa, at mas importante, security of information. Diba? You want to have peace of mind. Paano ko nasabi yan? Kapag ikaw yung nagbigay sa isang kumpanya ng long bond paper or short bond paper, example lang, no? It's a traditional resume. And for some reason, nilipad ng hangin. Okay? Nilipad ng hangin. Hindi mo kasalanan. Kasalanan ng hangin eh. Diba? May nakapulot na stranger. All your information, alam na nung stranger. Tama? And you cannot deny it because you know what I'm saying is true. Diba? Hindi mo kilala pero alam niya yung buong details mo. Now, using your resume link card, same scenario. Nagbigay ka ng resume link card sa company, nilipad ng hangin ngayon. May na stranger na nakapulot, okay lang. Bakit? Kampante ka. Kasi yung resume link, ikaw may control ng privacy settings mo. That's why, in your resume link card, what I recommend, you just simply put your name and your resume link. Dalawa lang. That's it. If you want to put your mobile number, it's okay. It's up to you. You can put it there. Diba? Pero ang point ko is, resume link, pwede na siya makita ng mga HR or mga companies na bibigyan mo. Diba? So you have peace of mind now. Okay? So there's a lot of advantages using resume links. In fact, doon pa lang sa privacy portion, panalong-panalo ka na. Ikaw ang may control ng privacy settings mo real time. Pagdating sa speed of hire, it becomes faster and more efficient because whatever you want to show the HR, you just attach it there. Whatever the HR needs from you, they just ask from you. Diba? You take a picture, you scan them, upload it there, and later on, pag okay na, you now turn off yung privacy settings mo. Diba? Or you can remove them in the attachments. Diba? Cost efficient, definitely wala tong gastos, tipid. Diba? If you're thinking, ay sir, paano po yung internet? Kailangan ng pang-load. Pwede ka maging resourceful. Connect lang tayo sa mga libreng wifi. O, diba? And then, pagdating sa flexibility, if you really want to have it printed out, yung inyong resume, you also have the option to print it out. That's like how I showed it to you, 1 column or 2 column version. Either way, it's really up to you. Pero ang point ko is, ResumeLink na lahat yan. Okay? And you can use this to any platform, whatever platform you want to share it to. You want to share it sa mga messenger nyo, you want to share it sa email, sa Viber, sa text, di ba? Gusto mo, kaya kung mahala, di ba? Gusto mo, sulat mo sa papel, tapos gawa ka ng airplane, palipad mo, di ba? May nakakuha, alam niya yung resume link mo. Ikaw bahala, okay? Ikaw may control kung sino ang gusto mo bigyan. Okay? You don't have to use your USBs anymore. You don't have to save it sa hard drive. Baka mawala pa yung USB nyo, delikado. Diba? Wag na. Baka kung ano pa makita ng mga nakakapulot ng mga USB na yan. Okay? So you don't need to worry about compatibility as well because this is compatible to any platform. If you're using Android, you're using Safari, kung ano magamit mo, pwede yan sa kahit anumang version. Okay? And so, just to promote lang, if you want to be part of our team, we're also hiring. Mismo sa jobs180.com, we're hiring for several opportunities, several vacancies yan. Check out na lang yung aming jobs180.com/jobs180 na page. Okay? And by the grace of God, shout out lang ako, right now we have more than 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide from north all the way to the south of the Philippines. Thank you, Lord. O, diba? Ang kinalat namin, hindi lang virus. Biro lang. Kinalat namin ResumeLink. Yan ang kinalat natin. So, a lot of schools now, including your alma mater, are now using the ResumeLink. So, I hope it doesn't stop here. No? You become a blessing to others as well. If you have friends, you have yung mga relatives mo, na sa tingin mo kailangan nitong tool na ito, you can share it to them. Wala namang bayad eh. Libre naman yan. Okay? And so, as we close this portion, I'd like to discuss some of the frequently asked questions. Baka ito yung mga agam nyo or ito yung mga questions na gusto nyo tanungin. Sagutin ko na muna. Okay? Unang tanong, can I give my resume links to companies who do not know about jobs180.com? The answer is absolutely yes. Basta alam nila eksaktong link mo at ikaw may control, sino bibigyan mo nun. Ikaw lang ang magbibigay, diba? So ikaw lang may alam sino binigyan mo. Okay? Now, second question, is it the same as other job platform kagaya ng JobStreet, LinkedIn, or any other job site? The answer is no. May dalawang pagkakaiba. And let me use an example here. Let me do a shout out to JobStreet, no? Because I think you guys know what JobStreet is. So, shout out lang to them sa mga nasa JobStreet. If you're using JobStreet na resume, you can only apply to companies who are using JobStreet. If you're applying to a company who is not using JobStreet, you cannot use your JobStreet resume anymore. Pero pag gamit mo yung resume link mo, pwede mo yung gamitin kahit na saan, kahit na kanino, kahit na anong platform. Diba? Basta alam ng HR yung eksaktong link mo at ikaw magbibigay nun. That's the first difference. Second difference, if you have already submitted your JobStreet resume to an HR, you cannot change anything anymore. Well, you can on your end, but it will not be reflected on the HR. Hindi siya magiging real-time update. Comparing it to resume link ni Jobs180, you can update it real-time. 2 days later, 5 minutes later, 6 weeks later, ikaw bahala, nag-update ka ng information, lahat na in-update mo, dagdag bawas, will be reflected real-time across all na may alam ng resume link mo. Okay? So those are the two major differences. Now, pagdating sa pangatlong question, yan ang pinaka-simpleng tanong. Can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time na-convince ko na kayo na ito na ang pinaka-secured na job application platform. Okay? So, use your resume link. Number 4 question, I think is the most important question. How often should you update your resume link? The answer is every time. Every time na meron kang babaguhin. Okay? Every time na meron kang babaguhin. Lalong-lalo na yung contact details mo. Kasi imagine, binago mo lahat. Binago mo yung work experience mo, nagkaroon ka ng awards, nagkaroon ng achievement, hindi ka naman makontak ng HR. Wala rin, di ba? Sayang din. That's why you have to update yung contact details niyo. Okay? And the last question is just a trivia. Trivia lang, palaisipan. Why is this called jobs180.com? This is called jobs180.com because we want to turn your life around 180 degrees. And in case you're wondering, no, you wanted to raise a concern, bakit hindi po 360? Kasi pag 360 degrees, you only go back to where you started. Ikot ka lang na ikot, wala kang pupuntahan. 'Di ba? Bumabalik ka lang kung saan ka galing. Oh, ha? O, di ba? Char-char lang yan. Okay? So, anyways, again, kung meron pa kayo ibang questions, just in case you have questions, okay, you may send those questions here through our website, www.jobs180.com. You can also email us or email me here sa info@jobs180.com. You can like us on Facebook, also Twitter, Instagram, pati na rin sa TikTok. Okay? So, check us out on all our social media platform. Okay? Again, my name is Kim Chua. Don't forget the wa. Okay? Isang magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Thank you.
Ayan, thank you so much Sir Kim for the wonderful talk. So, kung may mga questions tayo, please don't hesitate to post it on the comment section. And andito si Sir Kim to answer all of your questions. Okay. So, for the first question, Sir Kim, ito yung mga usual na yung hindi pa masyadong marunong or hindi pa gaanong alam kung ano yung ilalagay na information dun sa objective part ng resume.
Okay. So pagdating doon sa objective portion, you put there like a brief summary of what you can offer to the company. Basically, ganun lang siya. Hindi kailangan sobrang haba, hindi kailangan mala nobela, no, yung nakasulat. Otherwise, baka hindi napansinin ng HR yun, di ba? So, highlight there the key points why the company should consider you in a short way that you can do it. Summary lang. So that's what I recommend. Parang cover letter yan eh. Yan yung replacement ng cover letter, di ba? So may cover photo ka, tapos may cover letter ka na rin. Yan na yung objective portion. Yun na yung sulat mo.
Okay. So, 'di ba? Compact na yung ilalagay doon, hindi na kailangan ng cover letter na super long. So,
Tama.
next question, sir. How do you follow up job applications without sounding too needy
Kulit.
or too pushy? Oo, sir.
Oo. Ganito yan, no? When you get the interview, that's the reason why you're following up kasi meron ka interview, di ba? Yeah, sure. Wala ka naman dapat i-follow up siguro pag wala pa tumatawag sa inyong company. So, pagka nag-usap na kayo with the applicant and you want to before you end with your interview or with your conversation with the company, kindly set expectation. You can ask politely dun sa HR as to what's the time frame for you to expect a feedback from them. So halimbawa, sinabi nila na you wait for about 2 weeks, then we'll let you know, di ba, after 2 weeks time kung okay ba or hindi. At least you have a time frame that you're working on. You have like a 2-week window. No? Of course, in the 2 weeks time, hindi ka dapat nangungulit muna kasi nga sabi nila 2 weeks time sila magpa-process. Now, after 2 weeks, example lang, give it a few more days, mga 2.5 weeks na, lumampas na 3 weeks na, hindi ka nila tinatawagan, isa lang ibig sabihin nun. Ibig sabihin nun, they have already considered probably I would say a good 80-90% a different candidate for that position. Okay, now if you want to follow up, then you can follow up after the prescribed yung period na sinabi nila. Halimbawa, sabi nila, you will process in 2 weeks time. So after 2 weeks, tsaka mag-follow up. But when you follow up, you also respectfully ask them na kumusta po yung status, di ba? You just wanted to know because you were told to wait for 2 weeks. So tapos na yung 2 weeks so wala ka narinig na feedback. Yun po. That's how I would position it, no? Pagka ganun. Ang mahirap kasi, hindi mo alam kailan ka magpa-follow up kasi hindi ka rin nagtanong, hindi rin nagsabi yung HR. So after the interview, sabi lang nila, we'll just let you know. O yan yung mga kwentong barbero mangyayari later on. Kasi sabi nila, we'll let you know. Ikaw naman, okay, oo ka lang. Eh di sila, wala silang time frame. Ikaw, wala ka rin inaantay, 'di ba? Kasi parang open-ended Masyadong open 'yun, 'di ba? So, you don't know if 2 weeks is enough. You don't know if a week is enough. So, manghirap 'di ba? So, kaya 'yun yung pinakamaganda. Set expectation. Pag nag-usap kayo, you ask politely. And I'm sure the HR will answer you naman kung ano yung period nila to process. 'Di ba? Ayun po. So, I hope na-answer ko yung tanong mo, Miss Nam.
Yes, sir. Thank you po. Another question pa, sir. Kasi online tayo for ngayon, work from home, may face-to-face type of work. Pag magpapasa daw po ng resume link, is it okay to pass only the link or kailangan pa ng PDF file for the resume link?
Okay. When you submit your resume link, the reason why this is resume link, it's for your convenience, no? You just give the link. If you want, recommendation ko when you apply to a company, whether through social media, through email, through text, SMS, or through messaging apps, you just give the link. Now, what's inside your link is what you have to set up. So, inside your link, you can set it up na pag inopen nila, nandun yung attachment mo, meron kang portfolio, meron kang document to support your claim, meron kang mga other stuff na gusto mo ilagay doon to show. Halimbawa lang, whatever you want to show your work experience, you put it there. You want to show your address, you put it there. So, depende na yan sa'yo, what you want to show. No? Pero pagdating doon sa attachment, I recommend, wag mo muna ilagay lahat na attachment mo. I mean, ilagay mo lahat, pero wag muna i-open lahat na attachment, no? In the sense that, you want to make sure lang that the people you're giving your information to are the people who are, you're giving consent to, no, for the application. Yan. So, yan yung sa akin. Some schools, they will tell their students to create their own format, no? Iba kasi may ganun style eh. Oy guys, dito tayo sa school na to para makilala tayo, dapat standardized, uniform yung format ng resume natin. Now, you can do that. No? Wag kayong sumaway sa school. You follow your school instruction to create your own format, but that format, you want to save it doon sa loob ng document portion mo. Ilagay mo siya sa document ng resume link mo. Para pagka binuksan nila yung resume link, what they will see is your format, yung school prescribed format ninyo. But then again, it's really up to you, no? Kung ano yung pinaka-convenient sa inyo. Ang sa akin lang, I always look at security as a primary reason why I would like to encourage everyone to use yung resume link. Yan yung pinakamaganda. Oo. Diba? Yan. So, yan, para sa akin, practical lang, di ba? Dagdag bawas, ikaw bahala. Kung ano gusto mo yung dagdag bawas, kontrolado mo kasi yung link lang naman binibigay mo. Ayan po.
Thank you so much, Sir Kim. So, sa mga students natin dyan, please do not hesitate to ask questions, okay? Thank you so much, Sir Kim, for joining us today. So, you may
Maraming
visit
salamat din. Guys, check out your school link. You can see whatever is scrolling ngayon. Nakita nyo, nakalagay schools.jobs180.com/Mapua. Puntahan nyo lang po yung link na yan, mga Mapuans. O, di ba? Makita nyo po, napakadami po mga companies, no, na nandyan na nag-aantay sa inyo for opportunities. You can check it out. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sir Kim. So you may visit www.jobs180.com to find out more on job applications and resume link. And for more information and updates, you may visit their Facebook and Instagram page at Jobs180. So ayan, second presenter na tayo, guys. Okay. So for our second presenter, a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Psychology and currently the head of HR for all the Oracle subsidiaries in Philippines and Guam, overseeing HR operations, stakeholder management, and implementing Oracle's corporate HR strategies in the countries. Have been with the company for 13 years in the IT industry in HR-related and sales and business development roles for more than 25 years. So please welcome Ms. Rosh Clemente, the Senior Human Resources Director in Philippines and Guam of Oracle Philippines.
Hi, Nam. Good afternoon.
Hi, Ms. Rosh. Kamusta po?
Mabuti. I'm so excited to be here. Just a bit of a trivia. I'm actually an Intramuros girl. So I actually had college in Letran College, nakatabi ng Mapua. So, Viva Mapua. I'm so glad to be here this afternoon.
Thank you po, Ms. Rosh. Okay, let's lang po your screen.
Sure, I'll share my screen right now.
Okay po.
Okay, I hope you can see my screen.
Ayan, it's visible na po, Miss.
Okay. Sige, maraming salamat. I'll go ahead now with the presentation. So the title of my presentation is Advantages and Disadvantages of Being Self-Employed. Okay, so in today's industry, maraming ways, no, kung paano tayo pwedeng kumita ng pera at pwede nating ayusin ang ating mga karera sa buhay. And one of these things is actually to become self-employed. Pero before I go into the gist of the presentation or the meat of the presentation, I just want to have a definition of what is self-employment. Okay, ang ibig sabihin ng self-employment, it is defined as the state of working for oneself as a freelancer or the owner of a business rather than working for an employer. So basically, what this means is that you'll run your own business and hold sole responsibility for its success or failure. So ang isang self-employed individual does not work for a specific company. Ang income, okay, natin kapag self-employed tayo, it is earned from practicing our craft or our trade by contracting directly, the businesses that we want to get clients for. So I hope that is clear. And the context of my presentation is more for business owners and of course, being a freelancer or yung ikaw talaga yung hahanap ng kliyente mo para ma-practice mo yung craft mo. Okay. So, kailan mo pwedeng i-consider ang isang self-employment? Okay? I have set here 2, 4, 6 reasons kung kailan mo pwedeng i-consider na sige, magiging self-employed na lang ako. Okay, and let me go through all of this very quickly. So, unang-una, kailangan meron kang mental ability, no? Para i-consider ang pagiging self-employed. You should have the ability to identify the most suitable area where there is an opportunity for self-employment. So, hindi lang porke gusto kong maging singer, okay? Gusto ko maging artista. Kung wala ka namang talent for it, di wala din. Similarly, ganun din yon. You should, kunyari gusto nyong maging freelancer na engineer, okay, or architect. Siyempre, kailangan meron kayong mental preparation for it. Hindi lang siya yung inyong naiisip lang na ito yung gusto kong maging career. Okay? Dapat meron din kayong ability to take decisions with respect to all business operations kasi kayo yung magmamanage nun. Meron din dapat kayong ability to deal with different types of customers. Okay? That is equally important. Kailangan mag-anticipate din kayo ng mga problem. Okay? Now, kailangan din alert kayo and meron kayong tinatawag na foresight. Okay? Which is this one. Okay? A self-employed person should be aware and alert about changes taking place in the market so as to adjust his operations. He should also have the foresight to anticipate ano yung mga changes na nangyayari sa environment niya and meeting the threats, okay, na likely to arise in the near future. May example ako dito. My parents before had a business na photo and video. Okay, this was in the 1990s wherein yung mga video talaga yung ginagamit and mga camera na di-film pa. Okay? That particular business of ours did not actually thrive because my parents had a limited vision and foresight of what is to become. So ngayon, kahit meron ka lang cellphone, you can actually, take some very nice photos and videos. Okay, so kapag ikaw ay isang self-employed person, kailangan hindi ka lang nabubuhay sa para sa ngayon. Nakikita mo dapat magiging buhay pa ba itong negosyo ko in the months or in the years to come. Okay, so ikatlo, kailangan meron kang self-confidence. Okay, being the owner, you take all the decisions. You must have the confidence sa sarili mo to overcome problems and also while dealing with, of course, yung mga suppliers mo, creditors, and customers, and sometimes government officials. So, ika-apat would be knowledge about business. So, medyo mahirap maging isang entrepreneur, lalo na kapag hindi ka ready for this one. Okay, anyone who is self-employed in business must have full knowledge about the business. Okay, including yung technical knowledge nito and skill for running the business. So for example, you want to have a restaurant of your own. So hindi pwede na mag-hire ka lang ng tao to be able to do that. Kailangan na iintindihan mo. Paano ba ito? Ano yung niluluto? Paano ako makakatipid dito? Ano yung mga food costs ko? So kailangan may overall knowledge ka at understanding kung ano yung business na gusto mong i-run. Ikalima would be very important, and this is the acquaintance with relevant laws. Bakit ko sinabi ito? Akala natin kapag self-employed tayo, so kunyari freelancer tayo, okay na lahat. You get your salary from different companies kasi may project ka lang na kinukuha sa kanila, or you just have let's say meron kang isang business, money stand, 'di ba? Pero without you thinking na meron ka palang responsibility with the government to pay taxes para pasweldohin ng tama yung mga taong kinuha mo. Or, pagfa-file na kung ano-ano para sa benefit mo as the owner and the employee of your business. So kaya kailangan alam din natin ang mga relevant laws applicable sa pagra-run ng business at of course with taxation being a freelancer. And finally, pwede mong isipin na baka pwede kang maging self-employed in the future kung risk taker ka. If isa kang tao na risk averse, ibig sabihin hindi ka masyadong risk taker, baka yung doing self-employment may not be for you. Okay? Because a self-employed individual would need to operate on taking some risks para i-grow yung business or practice. Sometimes it involves you para mangutang, okay? Or it involves you para i-change yung mga process mo, which all involves risk. Now, punta na tayo dun sa meat ng aking presentation, which is the advantages of being self-employed. Now, kapag ikaw ay isang self-employed individual, meron kang tinatawag na creative freedom. Okay? Ikaw ang nag-oversee ng lahat, ikaw ang nagde-decide ng lahat. Ibig sabihin, you'll have the freedom to explore a number of creative solutions sa mga problems na makikita mo sa negosyo mo or doon sa project na ibinigay sa'yo as a freelancer. Meron kang parang tinatawag na satisfaction kapag nakikita mo na yung mga ideas mo ay nakukomplete. Okay? Sarap na pakiramdam yan. Ikalawa na advantages would be may independence ka. Okay? Aside from creative freedom, meron ka ngayong independence para iset mo, ganitong oras lang ako magtatrabaho. Okay? Kunyari, meron na kayong mga anak. Alam kong mga bata pa kayo, pero kung sakasakaling magkakaroon kayo na ng pamilya in the future, ihahatid ko ang anak ko ng ganitong oras, hapon lang ako magtatrabaho hanggang gabi. Okay? So, hawak ninyo ang oras ninyo. Ikatlo, job satisfaction. Maririp nyo yung reward of your hard work dahil baby nyo yung inyong business, baby nyo yung inyong mga projects. Okay? Meron din kayong tinatawag na autonomy to do things that you love the most. Big sabihin, minsan, parang meron kang mga assignment na gagawin, okay? Dahil ikaw lahat ang nagplano nun, okay? Baby mo yon, project na yan. So pag natapos siya, iba yung pakiramdam nun, na job satisfaction. Ikaapat na advantage would be location. Hindi ko sinasabing lahat, but for most people that I know who are freelancers, syempre kapag may business ka, you have to be in your business location, except lang kung yung business mo ay itinayo mo at nagra-run sa bahay mo. But generally, if applicable sa inyo, it means na hindi mo kailangan, mag-worry about office problems, politics, company hierarchies, or expensive and stressful daily commute kapag ikaw ay isang self-employed. Ika-5 would be salary. Okay? Sinasabi nila na yung earning potential ng isang self-employed individual is limitless. It depends on the number of hours you devote working, okay? At lahat yan ay nasa kamay ninyo. Okay? Meaning, you can take on more work at various times of the day. So kung gusto mong hindi matulog, pwede para mag-earn ka ng mas maraming pera. At ika-last would be the variety of the type of work which you will be doing. So, pwedeng kung self-employed ka, may business ka on the side, nagfi-freelance ka kunyari as a teacher on the side, or minsan, dancer ka on the side, o may potato corner ka na stand on the side. So, ibig sabihin, hindi ka nakokontrol mo kung ano yung workload mo, meron kang opportunity to work on range of projects na gusto mong puntahan, meron ka ring ability to develop new skills because of the things na gusto mong gawin. Okay, you'll also gain some of these experiences in different areas in setting up the business. So for example, wala kang alam sa accounting ngayon, matututo ka tungkol sa accounting kasi kailangan mong bilangin ng pera at i-monitor sa napunta, ano yung mga expenses ko, etc. So ngayon, ito yung advantage, no, ng pagiging isang self-employed. Ano naman ngayon ang disadvantage ng pagiging isang self-employed individual? So unang-una, dahil wala kang kumpanya, wala kang benefit. So pag nagkasakit ka, wala kang pay nun, hindi ka rin mabibigyan, of course, ng holiday pay, okay, or any other benefit. Hindi ka rin magkakaroon ng support or backing ng isang experienced HR team or isang kumpanya na matagal nang naka-establish. So ikaw ang bibili lahat ng gamit mo, ikaw ang bibili lahat ng insurance mo, ikaw ngayon din ang making sure na meron kang retirement para sa sarili mo kung ikaw ay isang self-employed. Okay. Ikalawa would be long hours. Remember yung sinabi ko kanina na ang salary is hanggat gusto mo magtrabaho, pwede. However, ano yung nakikita kong problema doon? Your working day might be much longer and more irregular than someone who isn't self-employed. Business commitments may mean that you have to spend less time with your family or friends, or to struggle switch off from your work life. Doon sa mga kakilala ko, ang sinasabi nila dito, minsan, very thin line na lang ang personal time at work time. Because dahil ikaw nga ang may-ari ng negosyo, ikaw yung freelancer, minsan kumakain ng personal time mo yung time na dapat sa trabaho. Ikatlo na disadvantage would be responsibility. Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, no, may lack of benefit. So kailangan responsible ka at accountable ka para sa pension mo, social security mo. Kailangan mong ayusin lahat yung tax return sa government kasi hindi pwedeng nagra-run ka ng business or sumusweldo ka in being a freelancer pero hindi ka nagbabayad ng tax. Masama yun. Ngayon, kung kahit nalulugi ka, okay, kung may negosyo ka, kailangan mo pa rin gawin yung mga magpasweldo, kailangan mo pa rin magbayad ng social security ng mga tao mo. Okay? So the fact that success or failure is down to you, it can also increase your stress levels. So yan yung ibig sabihin ng responsibility. Ikaapat would be social isolation. So syempre, ikaw ay may negosyo, you'll miss out on workplace environment, good times. At least while you are establishing yourself as a business owner, syempre sa simula yan, hindi naman marami ka kaagad na tao. Madalas ikaw yung gagawa niyan mag-isa muna. Eventually, mag-hire ka ng tao. Pero syempre, being the owner, iba yung play on how you engage with other people when you are the owner. And I think this is one of the main factors why most people prefer to be working in a corporate setting dahil dito meron silang ability to really relate with other people and to learn from other people. So ikalima would be starting from nothing, lalo na kapag negosyo, no? Aside from alam ko, hindi naman kayo magsisimula ng isang negosyo kung wala kayong pera for it. So, pero syempre, kailangan nyo ng pera. Pero, to establish a business and to build your client base can be long. It can be tiring. And sometimes, it can be frustrating. Diba? Yung parang kahit anong trabaho mo, konti pa rin yung kliyente mo. So, you need really determination to succeed, tsaka perseverance, even if the progress is slow. Kasi talagang kasama ito sa lahat ng pagsisimula kapag ikaw ay isang self-employed. And finally, and I think this is one of the perks, of being part of a corporation, just like Oracle, is that because kapag ikaw ay isang self-employed individual, your income can become irregular. Minsan, madaming trabaho, maraming freelance work, minsan maraming kumakain sa kainan mo, 'di ba? Sa business mo maraming bumibili ng service mo. Pero minsan hindi. Okay? Especially dun sa early days. So you can go for several months without earning a profit. And you'll always have to pay the running costs of your business, such as rent, insurance, and of course, internet access. So, para ngayon na na-share ko na sa inyo kung ano yung advantages and disadvantages of being self-employed, gusto ko lang ipakilala, okay, si Oracle, kung saan ako nagtatrabaho. I'll just share the video. Let me just...
Turning on your lights, catching up with friends, home deliveries, receiving healthcare. Some of your most important moments in life, big and small, are made possible through Oracle technology. If you join us, you'll be part of an elite team who help the world's most recognizable brands do what they do best. More than 400,000 businesses around the world trust Oracle to run their mission-critical operations. Like the world's largest bakery, in a single day, Grupo Bimbo uses Oracle Cloud to produce and transport 13,000 types of products via some 53,000 routes. Industry disruptors like Zoom rely on Oracle to innovate in the face of change. When it had to quickly scale in early 2020, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure was able to get them where they needed to be. With the industry's broadest suite of cloud applications, our customers can use emerging technologies to act on real-time insights. That's why when the Premier League wanted to get fans closer to the action, it chose Oracle Cloud. Now you can see inside the beautiful game like never before. Meanwhile, Oracle technology is helping African nations like Ghana save lives with a cloud-based vaccination system. Here, your work will do more than transform the world of business. It will power non-profits and give billions of people the tools to outpace change. Go beyond what's been done before in your career. Create the future with us.
Thank you. So Oracle is a cloud technology company. Let me just fix that. Okay. So Oracle is a cloud technology company that provides organizations around the world with computing infrastructure and software to help them innovate, unlock efficiencies, and become more effective. We have also created the world's first and only autonomous database to help organize and secure our customers' data. Our product trademark that you will most likely be familiar with would be Java, MySQL, and NetSuite. So we have a range of programs for students and graduates based on expertise you'd like to pursue. So you may join our product development group to build cutting-edge technologies from ground up. So yung mga mahilig sa inyong mag-develop ng mga software, okay, meron din kaming tinatawag na consulting groups, no? Meron kaming bootcamp trainings that will prepare you for customer-facing career in consulting and support with a chance to work across Oracle's award-winning products. So simple lang naman yung qualifications ni Oracle. You must have a bachelor's degree in any of the following courses: information technology, information systems, computer science, computer engineering, and some related courses. And dapat meron kayong strong motivation to progress your career in the IT industry. Now, bakit kayo kailangan mag-join sa Oracle? Okay, let me tell you why. So every year, si Oracle, we hire over 24,000 students like yourself across the globe. In fact, our campus hiring program were personally introduced by our founder, Larry Ellison. So today, our CEO, Safra Katz, is the executive sponsor for campus hiring. So I can assure you, you'll be joining a company that has made strategic decision to invest in you. We directly partner also with handpicked universities and vendors like Jobs 180 and of course Mapua to work closely to ensure we support and provide the training you need while in the university. And Oracle also made a decision to organically develop talent, which is why graduate hiring is so important to us. So we get it. There's a lot of noise out there coming from our competitors, but if you're looking to kickstart your career with some real responsibility and an incredible learning experience, Mapua and Oracle is the perfect place for you. So make your mark. You want to make a difference? We are a company of change makers. Katulad nung narinig nyo kanina. Very involved si Oracle nung gumawa ng mga vaccines for COVID-19. Kung into sports naman kayo sa F1 race, at kung familiar kayo sa Oracle Red Bull Racing, did you know that that particular team is winning right now because of Oracle technology? So this is your chance to work with the people who are leading the cloud revolution. You'll bring fresh insights to projects that are changing lives around the world. So throw away the rule book. Join a fun and flexible workplace where you can totally be yourself. Here, innovation starts with inclusion. You'll find we really value difference here. We celebrate them. Let's see what you can achieve when you dare to be yourself here at Oracle. And also here at Oracle, you can realize your potential. A career here is defined by you. We give you freedom and the skills to write your own success story. Whatever avenue you go down, you'll get world-class training from industry-leading experts. So here are some of the benefits for working for Oracle. Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, di ba? Disadvantage kapag self-employed ka. Narinig nyo rin yung some advantages of being flexible kapag self-employed ka. But with Oracle, ito yung value proposition namin sa inyo. In terms of work arrangement, meron tayong tinatawag na work-life integration. May flexible working arrangement din tayo. At ang standard work hours namin ay 40 hours a week lang. Okay? We do not make you work on Saturdays or Sundays for a typical line of business. We also have a comprehensive health and well-being program. Meron tayong HMO or health insurance, medical allowances. Binibigyan namin kayo ng mga physical exams. Vaccines are free. Meron din tayong tinatawag na employee assistance program to help employees manage their mental health. Meron din tayong mga financial security na ino-offer, no? Katulad ng competitive salary. Meron kayong ability to own Oracle stocks. Meron tayong mga life insurance, retirement fund, and of course, available ang salary loans dito. Out of office o yung pagbabakasyon natin minsan, meron kaming tinatawag na JPAC year-end break program wherein yung last day of the week, you can actually take that week off and not work. These are some of the leaves that are available to you as you see on the screen. And of course, meron tayong tinatawag na lifestyle and extras wherein meron tayong program called Education Assistance Program na kung gusto mong mag-aral ng further studies, okay, kumuha ng further studies, but as long as it's aligned with your development plan as an employee, pwedeng sagutin ni Oracle yung benefit mo na yon. Meron din tayong Employee Award Recognition and Global Service Awards program. So here is the link. So before I end, here is the link for Oracle para sa jobs180.com. So please take note of that website or that link para mag-apply kayo ng diretso sa Oracle. But if you'd want to apply also through our career site, here you may scan the QR code here to go to Oracle Careers. So ang maganda kasi sa Oracle, yung Oracle recruitment journey na to, no, from the application hanggang mag-keep warm kayo kung na-offera na kayo, is that this is done 100% virtually. So you can get an offer if you're qualified in the comfort of your home. That ends my presentation. I'm opening the floor now if you have questions.
Thank you so much, Miss Rosh, for that wonderful talk. Again, sa mga students po natin dyan, please don't hesitate to ask questions. Lalo na it will be helpful for you guys. So, Miss Rosh, I have a question po. ano po yung difference between being self-employed and yung pagiging entrepreneur?
Okay, actually, pareho lang siya. Okay? Yung self-employed is like the generic term kapag hindi ka nagtatrabaho for one specific company. Okay? Kapag entrepreneur ka, pwede ka ring self-employed. So, kunyari, negosyo ko yon, 'di ba? Or, kapag ako ay isang freelancer, so kunyari ako ay dancer. Yan ang pangarap ko, maging dancer. Okay? So, pwede akong nagtatrabaho sa Oracle, pero sa gabi, pwedeng dancer ako. Like a ballet dancer. So, I'm a freelance ballet dancer. That can also work. So, ang pag sinabi nating self-employment is a generic term na hindi lang isa. Okay? You're just not working for one company.
Oh, okay. Okay po, I understand na. Next po is how to identify or paano nyo po ma-avoid yung mga difficult clients? Kasi alam naman po natin, if you're self-employed, may mga kliyente po talaga na medyo sa communication, pagdating sa dun sa work nyo. So, how to avoid po or ano pong mabibigay nyo tips for that?
Kapag self-employed ka, and even when you're in the service industry, the customer is always right. The customer is the bloodline of the company. In the event that you do not agree with your customer, you have to make sure that you understand them. You have to make sure that you ask questions. You have to make sure that you inquire really and clarify what is it they need. Minsan kasi, at the start, so even with employment, kailangan clear tayo. Ano yung binibigay sa inyong trabaho? Kailangan clear yon. Same lang din yon when you have business or when you do freelancing. Before you do something, you have to make sure na clear sa'yo ano yung role ko dito. Ano yung objective, bakit nila ako kinuha? Ano yung objective, bakit sila bumili sa akin? 'Di ba? So let's say your business is kailangan makapag-deliver ka ng malinis at masarap na ulam. Kunyari, yun ang iyong business. So, syempre, kapag yung kliyente mo, hindi nakuha yun, at hindi yun yung pinrovide mo, magkakaproblema talaga. Okay? So, as long as you are sure that you are providing the product, the service, that what you committed to the customer, okay yun. Yung mga kakulitan ng customer, kailangan minamasahe na lang natin yan. Tayo rin kasi, customer din tayo, di ba minsan?
Yeah, opo.
Di ba? Pag yung tayo gusto lang nating mangulit minsan sa mga waiter, ginagawa natin yan. Di ba? So similar din. So we have to be patient with our customers. Kasi as I've mentioned, they are the bloodline. Siguradong may isang tao or may isang kumpanya na aasikasuhin sila. So, kaya kailangan ready ka nun. Kaya kailangan sa competence mo, ready ka. Doon nga, yung sinasabi ko kanina, di ba? Mental ability. Kasama rin doon yung pagiging leader mo. Kasama rin doon yung pagiging maayos mong katrabaho ng mga kliyente mo.
Thank you po, Ms. Rosh. Another question pa po. Medyo connected po dun sa last na question ko. So how do you deal with employment stress since medyo connected po sa difficult clients? Pero this one naman po, how do you deal with self-employment itself? Yung stress, yung pagod. So lalo na if starting pa lang and hindi pa gamay masyado ang pagiging self-employed.
Ako sa tingin ko dyan, before you go into it, meron kasing mga tao that they know themselves from the start how they can handle stress. If you're the type of person, like ngayon, nag-aaral kayo, di ba? Medyo alam nyo na yan. Kasi ako, I have a 23-year-old daughter na nakaka 1 year lang niya sa work. Okay, kaka 1 year niya lang sa work. But I have seen how her university prepared her. So, alam ko, kayo sa Mapua, no? Yung asawa ko nag-aral din sa Mapua, alam ko kung gaano kahirap ang curriculum sa inyo, alam ko kung gaano kayo nasa stress. So I think, yung ability nyo to be resilient, to have that grit, kayo lang yung makakaalam nun. Okay? If you're the type of person who is a go-getter and alam ninyo na parang kaya nyo namang i-manage yung stress nyo while doing self-employment, then why not? I can only give you general advice. Like unang-una, making sure na hiwalay ang personal at ang work. Pagdating ng 8:00, kung meron na kayong pamilya, pamilya nyo na yon, 'di ba? Si Barack Obama nga na uh, um, who was the president of America, I read in one of his memoirs that, you know, pagdating ng dinner time, kahit ano pa yung problema niya, kailangan pumunta siya dun sa asawa at sa anak niya to be able to manage that. So I think it can be applied in all aspects, whether you're employed or self-employed. Kailangan lilinyahan mo yon. Stress, okay? Bago ka palang pumasok dun sa isang bagay, so kailangan ready ang loob mo. 'Di ba? Una, ready ang loob mong malugi. Lalo na pag bago lang. Ready ang loob mo na magmakaawa sa kliyente. Okay? Pero ready ka ring matuto, pero ready ka rin siyempre for success. Anong gagawin mo pag naging successful na? Kasi madalas, doon nagkakaroon ng stress. Do you want more? 'Di ba? Kunyari, kumikita ka na ng 100,000 a month dito sa iyong business. Do I want more? Do I want to invest more in it? Or okay na ako? I think those things can just be ascertained by the individual himself. Marami akong kakilala, they don't want more. Kasi mas gusto nila, chill na sila. Na-achieve ko na to, ito na yung kinikita ko, nababayaran ko naman yung bahay ko, nababayaran ko yung kotse ko, chill na ako. Magla-love life naman ako ngayon. Pero merong iba hindi. Ay, hanggat hindi ko nabibili tong bahay na to, hanggat hindi ko nabibili tong BMW ko, hanggat hindi ko nabibili tong Mini Cooper ko, okay lang ako. Walang mali sa kahit ano. What is important, ano yung gusto mo.
Thank you po. Thank you so much, Miss Rosh. Ayan. So, yeah, thank you po. So, marami na tayong option, students, lalo na kung gusto nyo maging self-employed, super dami niyan. And kagaya nga po ng sinabi ni Miss Rosh, it's available kung anong gusto nyo, di ba? Yun nga lang, syempre may disadvantages pa din. So, thank you po again for that wonderful talk, Miss Rosh, and thank you for joining us today. Thank you po. So you can visit their website and apply through jobs180.com/oracleph. And Miss Rosh, we wish to have you again on our next set of webinars. Ingat po! Yan. So, di ba? Marami na tayo marami tayong options ngayon, 2023 na. So, I hope you learned something sa dalawang speakers natin. And now, for our third speaker, she has 19 years of experience in HR. From HR business partnering, recruitment to employee engagement, organizational development and training. She also led regions in Asia Pacific, Australia, and Middle East. She worked with various multinational industries such as IT, BPO, and FMCG companies. So please welcome Ms. Kristine Claro, Talent Acquisition Lead for University Partnerships of DXC Technology.
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear
Hi,
me?
good afternoon. Yes po, Miss Teen. Hi po, kamusta? Kamusta
Hello,
po?
I'm good. How is everyone? How are you?
Okay naman po, init-init lang.
Sige.
Ayan.
So, thank you for inviting me here and thank you for the students who are attending this session. So, today I'm going to talk about freelancing and other income streams. Similar or actually related to what Rosh talked about earlier. Okay. Okay, so let's start by defining what is freelancing. So, freelancing is when a person works for themselves rather than for a company. And as a freelancer, unlike the traditional company setup, the freelancers get to do their work at their own pace. They track their own time, their own projects. They work on the billing and taxes and so forth. They are not considered as employees by the companies, but rather work as contractors. Okay. So in the IT field, some companies allow freelancing. In my previous two companies, there are freelancers wherein they we pay their services, they provide their own receipts. So at the end of the month, the company gets to pay them, tapos they will give us receipts as whenever we pay them for the services. So that's freelancing. So we cannot keep track of their time. Rather, they will be paid only based on their deliverables. But it depends on the company if the company is open for it. No. So that's freelancing. Now let's talk about other income streams. So when you have other income streams, you are also called a freelancer. Why? Because you get to hold your own time. So let's start with what I have mentioned, an IT freelancer. So in IT freelancing, you get to offer your skills such as examples are graphic design, web development, content creation, and so forth. Or let's say you are into software development. You can also be a software developer, but as a freelancer. You can choose platforms where you can apply as a freelancer, or if you know an IT company who is open to freelancing, then you can do so. Um, you can be a real estate agent or a real estate broker. This is also freelancing because you can do this on the side. You hold your own time. You can meet your clients whenever you want, um, and you don't get tracked by a specific company. So if there are certain bills that you need to pay, like for example, you invested in a real estate and you are renting it out, the taxes for that real estate that you have purchased will be handled by you. So you have to pay for it on your own. And unlike in a company, the company pays for it. And as an employee, you don't have to worry about it. But as a freelancer in a real estate business, then you have to shoulder all the bills by yourself. Okay. Another option in freelancing can be writing your own ebook. So it's this is one of the latest technologies in the IT industry, wherein you can write your own book and then have it up in let's say what's that, Kindle, or even in Google, diba, there's also an option, or in Apple. So people can buy your ebook, and you can generate income from it when they purchase your ebook. um if you want, you can also sell your products online. For example, the famous ones right now are either Lazada or Shopee. So I have friends, or I know some people who, instead of getting employed by other companies, they opted to do freelancing by selling products online. In that way, they can manage their own time, and at the same time, they don't have to worry uh, about a lot of things like commuting, or worrying about having a boss. So they source their own products, they create a profile in Lazada or Shopee, and then they sell there. You can also do dividend stocks on the side. So for this one, you can actually do this simultaneously even if you have a job. So you can study the stock market, put some of your investments there, and then just monitor it usually in the morning if the stocks are going up or down. Yun. So you just have to learn this one. But I know some friends also who are doing stock market. So this is a freelance job because, like what I have mentioned, you do this at your own pace, at your own time, so you don't have to worry about other things. Some are actually doing this full time, so that can be an option, but that might require more investments. Okay. Blogging or vlogging. This is pretty much famous right now, especially in social media. We all know that, for example, in Facebook or in TikTok, people who have videos, or with their own websites, when they blog, when there are advertisements, they get paid. So you can do this on the side. You can be a freelancer and do these things full time. So you can generate income. You can also do online courses or tutorials. So as I'm not sure if everyone here is into IT. So but let's use IT as an example. So for example, the skills that you have learned in SAP, for example, or in Oracle, you can create a video tutorial on how to modify or how to develop a certain module for that technology, upload it, and then offer it as a course online. So people would subscribe to your channel, for example, or to your website. And whenever there's a successful subscription, then you get paid, or you can have income from that online courses or tutorials. Okay, so those are the options for freelancing and other income streams. Now, we'll move on to what DXE is. So, contrary to freelancing and other income streams, DXE provides full time employment. Um, you can actually do those freelancing options on the side, even if you are an employee of DXE. And I'll tell you why. So, just to give you a background, for those who are not familiar about us yet, we've been 19 years in the industry here in the Philippines. We're a result of the merger of Hewlett Packard and Computer Sciences Corporation. We're actually the second largest delivery center of DXC globally, the Philippines in particular. So the first largest delivery center of DXC is in India, second is in Philippines. We are at 7,000 employees right now, and we're aiming for 10,000 employees in the Philippines in the next 3 years. We have won awards as Best Employer Brand, or Asia's Best Employer Brand, and we have several certifications for ISO, CMMI, BSI, and TSAX. So we're always 24 by 7 because we're supporting our clients globally. And as you can see on the right side are the different teams that we have in the companies. We have SAP, we have cybersecurity, progressive innovations, applications, infrastructure, technology, operations, and cloud, and modern workplace. Modern workplace is our tech support team. Okay. So why did I say that you can do freelancing while you are with DXC? For as long as it's not conflict of interest, I would just like to clarify that. Why? Because we are 98% virtually working from home. Where's the 2%? 2% are the people who needed to be in the office for various reasons. For example, they are the maintenance of the building, or they maintain the network, or they are client facing like the sales. So those are the 2%. But generally, most of our employees are working from home. We actually have three sites. One is in Taguig, just across the Venice Piazza Mall, if you're familiar with that. The Quezon City site is based in EDSA Corner, Quezon Avenue. And we have our third site, which is in Davao. We are also growing our team in Cebu. And we're actually in the process of securing the permits for the fourth site, which is in Cebu. So for fresh grads, we're actually looking right now for developers, Java, or any programming language. We're looking for SAP consultants, system administrators, technical support, and finance associates. But don't worry, even if you are not familiar with any of these technologies, just apply with DXC and you can get trained with any of this. So just inform the HR of the path that you want to take, and we will align you to the team who's handling this. So for example, you want to be a system administrator, so just inform HR when you have your interview, and will align you to the team that is hiring system administrators. So how will you apply with DXC? So we have our Jobs 180 link. That's jobs180.com/careers at DXC. We also have our website, dxc.com/careers. You can also find us in LinkedIn. That's linkedin.com/company/DXC-technology-Philippines. Or you can also send your resumes to us through this email, graduates_ph at dxc.com, and interns_ph at dxc.com. So the interns email address are for those who are about to take internships. So just in case any of you are going that route in the next few months. Okay, so that's it for my presentation. I'm now opening the floor for any questions.
Hi, Miss Teen. Good afternoon po.
Afternoon.
Ayan. So again, for the students here who have questions for DXC about freelancing, please don't hesitate to comment it on sa comment section. So, Miss Teen, I have a question po about freelancing or freelancer. Ilan daw po
Mm-mm.
bang services ang dapat ginagawa ng isang freelancer or gagawa lang daw ba yung freelancer ng portfolio and hahanap na ng client?
I suggest if you're just starting, create one portfolio first and look for a client. Because if you already have multiple portfolios and you're just new to the business, it would be difficult for you to keep up. Kasi 'di ba you're still in the you're just starting, so you still have to get used to it. And if you're juggling so many things at the same time, it might set you up for failure. So best if you become an expert on one portfolio first. And then when it's so natural to you already because you've been doing it for a while, then that's the time that you create another, find another opportunity that you would like to grow next. Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, okay po. Pero is it advisable po ba to like juggle a lot of freelancing opportunity? Like you can do copywriting, meanwhile you can do photography, you can do social media. Parang ang dami mong gustong ipasok since you're starting, 'di ba? May mga time po miss na parang ma-overwhelm ka and you really wanna do everything. So ano pong tips nyo on for that, lalo sa mga gustong mag-start na freelancer na na-overwhelm kasi feeling nila parang, a lot of opportunity to work on.
Um it's the real question is, do you have enough time to do everything? Yun. So you can have as many as you can. But do you have the time? So I know I have a friend who's into virtual assistance or VA. It's a growing market right now. She said she has 7 clients, but she's able to manage her time because she knows it so well. So yeah, that's the question. Do you have enough time to do everything? For example, ako, I have my own freelance job. Sometimes I teach. But I really have to manage my time because it will also have an impact on my day job. Yun. So now for this sem I stopped because I am in a new role, and if I continue that, my day job will suffer. Yun. So how much time do you have? And from there you can pinpoint on how many other freelance jobs can you accommodate. Like what I said, your stock market, for example, you just have to monitor it in the morning. So even if you have a day job or you have another freelancing gig in the afternoon, you just need an hour or two in the morning, and then you're good. So that can be a good one. So it depends on that, how much time do you have, and maybe what are the other freelancing jobs that you want to take on before getting another one. Because if you wanted to achieve so much and you are not ready for it, then all of it will just fail. So it's very important that you manage your time, analyze what you can do before you get into it.
Ayun. Thank you po Miss Rosh for that for that answer po. So sa mga students natin diyan, if you have questions, lalo freelancing to like everyone can do it basta you have the push for this one. So okay, so thank you so much for the great talk, Miss Kristine. So if may mga questions po tayo about freelancing, about DXC, you can visit their website and apply through jobs180.com/careers at DXC. So ayan. Thank you for joining us
Thank
today, Miss
you.
Christine. Thank you po.
Thanks.
Ayan. So we wish to have you again, Miss Teen, on our next set of webinars. Ayan. Thank you so much po. Yan, so kamusta yung lahat? Ayan, please guys, huwag po tayo magtanong kasi it will help you lalo na sa mga graduating students natin here. And I can see some third year college students, hindi lang po ang freelancing or ang pagiging self-employed, hindi lang po ito for the graduating students. So, pwedeng-pwede rin po ito sa inyo. Yan. So, ang dami na nating learnings for today and we'll add one more. So, for our next speaker, he is a licensed educator specialized in English. So, moreover, he started his pedagogical career in ESL companies and eventually handled various poses like team leader, language or communications trainer, QA, and academic expert. And he has been trudging this path for 6 years now and has continued his service with VXI as a language trainer. And ultimately, he has been working with a sophisticated group of people geared towards perennially aiding the applicants to land their jobs. Please welcome Mr. Rowie Corquera Sarillana, the Talent Acquisition Associate and Language Trainer of VXI Global Holdings. So, again, yan, VXI Global. Ayan.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. Medyo namali ako kanina dun sa dun sa VXC. May kaibigan po kasi ako nag-work sa sa VXI. Kaya nasali
Okay.
po siya. Ayan.
It's okay, it's okay. Well said
Kamusta,
naman
sir?
siya. Ang intro.
Ayan. Kamusta, sir?
Giniginaw, to be honest. Ang lamig dito sa office.
Ayan, sir. So, sige po. I think your screen is up. So, I'll see you after 20 minutes po.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mapua University. I hope everyone is doing well. And yeah, challenges have been coming in and out. What matters is we are all up for it. Okay. So today, everyone will be talking about something that you are very much familiar about: leadership skills. Do you have what it takes to be your own boss? So let's get started. Let's first define what leadership really is. Leadership, first and foremost, embodies the art of wielding social influences and finesse, or with finesse and precision, in a group of people to work collaboratively and effectively towards achieving a shared vision, goal, or objective. It can take various forms, and it's not only limited to a certain position. It can emerge from various individuals or situations where someone steps up in fostering positive change and growth. Most people are fixated in an idea that leadership only is warranted to those who are in the position. But no, leadership comes in many forms, as what the definition states. It can come from a rank and file. When we say rank and file, lowest position in a company. All right, leadership has no boundary. If I'm being honest, it's just that it comes at the right time, or it should come at the right time and at the right place. Right now, we'll be talking about um, the skills involved, which are strengths that help people manage tasks, guide initiatives, and lead teams to achieve goals. Skills include delegation, inspiration, and effective communication. Traits like integrity, confidence, dedication, and innovation also contribute to effective leadership. Right now, it's very common for your generation, 21st century learners, that because leadership is one of the 21st century skills, so it's no longer something that you are not very familiar about. I believe you've already have undergone multiple trainings concerning what leadership is, because I believe most of my viewers right now are graduating students, if I'm not mistaken. All right. So let's first define or differentiate a boss from a leader. All right. First, a leader is someone who inspires others to act and encourages them to strive for excellence, whereas a boss is someone who gives orders and expects them to be followed. So, again, a leader initiates and inspires the team that the leader is working with, right? That we have a common goal. This is a common ground for everyone, and it's going to be an equal footing for everyone. There's no one above. So we are stuck in one body, but we are in different parts. That's what a leader is. A boss mostly is the owner of the company, right? They just give the order and they want you to follow. No questions asked. It's absolute. Do it. That's it. Don't give me any reasons not to do it or delay in doing it. Just do it. Just like the Nike statement shirt, right? Next, a leader looks for ways to help their team reach their full potential, whereas a boss focuses on getting tasks completed. Now, a leader knows exactly what the hardships are in doing something, whereas a boss doesn't care how difficult something is. Right? Doesn't matter if you are going to drop a needle in a haystack and find it. Right? A leader helps you find that needle in a haystack. A boss lets you find it while the boss oversees you doing it. Right? Doesn't matter how hard or how long you're going to be taking to finish that or to find it. The boss only cares about if you can finish it in time or on time. By the way, there's a difference between in time and on time. Just to define it, on time means on the dot, sharp. In time means before the time being, right? It could be 5 minutes before or 10 seconds before. That's in time, all right? Next, a leader is focused on delivering their team, whereas a boss is focused on getting results. The leader knows exactly how these tasks, how difficult these tasks are, and the leader helps you do it. The leader motivates you to do it. In times like you are about to give up, the leader will pull you up. A boss, on the other hand, will keep on applying pressure, right? That you must finish this on time. Do this for me, and you're going to be getting your pay. That's it. The boss is mainly focused on numbers, right? The boss thinks that you are just, uh, uh, how do I say it? uh, a resource can be that can easily be replaced, right? That's a boss, right? I can replace you anytime, right? You're basically I can easily find someone tomorrow and fire you now. I can have someone to replace you tomorrow. That's what a boss is. A leader values his or her teammate, sees their value, not just numbers, right? That's why the leader motivates you to do it. Okay. Now, I believe you have been very familiar about these two things, especially when it comes to theses, feasibility, or any group activities that requires you guys to do or work in groups. There's always someone who will be giving the order, right? But that doesn't mean he's the boss, he's the leader, right? Now, it depends on how he or she speaks and acts. That's when you can find out if he is the boss or she is the boss or the leader of your group or a team. Okay. Now, group and team, right? Apart from spelling, group is basically what a boss handles, right? Leader handles a team. A team has a unified goal, right? And it has no one above, right? No one foresees it. Everyone is equal, right? Everyone has a common ground. Okay. That's what a team is handled by a leader. All right. I believe these two have been defined clearly. Should you have any questions, type it in the chat box. All right. Feel free. Next one, leadership challenges and how to overcome them. Types of leadership challenges. Basically, it's been categorized into categories. First is external challenges and internal challenges. Let's talk about external or physical challenges. Or external can also be extrinsic, right? External leadership challenges derive from outside sources, such as other employees in the workplace, the company itself, economical events, or political events. External leadership challenges can include, but not limited to, insufficient resources, shortage of funds or funding, employee objection and resistance, social issues among employees inside the company. So, insufficient resources or finite resources. So, when we say insufficient resources, it could be financially or it could be something else that hinders the team from accomplishing a task. What a leader can do is become creative and resourceful, right? That's when creativity and resourcefulness come into picture, and that should be exhibited by a leader of a team, right? A boss basically doesn't care. Just work it out for me. That's it. Make it work. I don't care if you have a finite resource. Shortage of funding, of course, financial, right? Funding comes from the boss, of course. Funding may also come from members of the team. For example, you as a student, right? In order for you to buy something, in order for you to accomplish a project, of course, accomplishing a project requires resources. One of which is, of course, the fund. As students, like you need to um, get something from your allowances, right? It can be a minor sacrifice, but I believe students from Mapua don't have any financial issues, right? Unlike me, as a product of state university back then in my time, right? Financial or shortage of funding is very common, right? If you don't work, because I was a working student back then, right? And I believe some students from Mapua also are working students, right? Now, doing multiple things at a time can be challenging. But then again, it's hard, but it's not impossible, right? Hard meaning you'll be sacrificing a lot time, sleep, or rest, right? Now, shortage of funding comes into picture if there can be unexpected circumstances, right? That warrants you to spend money. It could be an accident, knock on wood, hopefully nothing will happen, and so on, right? Employee objection and resistance. This typically happens in an office setting if there are changes, right? As what the old saying says, the only thing that remains unchanged is change itself. Okay. Um, it's also happening in schools or in at school rather, right? You within a team in school or at school. Okay. Now, should there be any changes, the class president will have to deliver the message with positive scripting. Doesn't matter how he or she applies positive scripting well, there would be resistance all the time. Okay. Now, a leader does is they listen or he or she listens with empathy. A boss, doesn't matter if you are amenable to the changes or if you agree with the changes or not, these are the changes, take it or leave it. That's it. All right. Next, social issues among employees inside the company. So this has something to do with interpersonal relationships, right? In the office, there are different personalities that you will have to deal with. Okay. Now, always remember, everyone, doesn't matter if you are introvert or extrovert or ambivert. Once you start working, you will have to go out of your comfort zone. You will have to move out of your bubble. You will have to enter someone else's bubble to explore, to build relationships, build rapport, and make the team work. Right? You don't have a choice. Right? I took a personality test. If I may share, right? I am 86% introverted. Knowing that I'm a language trainer, I've been dealing with multiple trainees all my life, not knowing that I'm 86% introverted. But then again, I have to wear masks. So do you guys. You will have to wear masks in order to fit in. Don't get me wrong, right? If something doesn't really warrant your personality, it doesn't mean it's the end for you. It doesn't mean you will have to move to a different company. No. Always remember, it's not the situation that will be adjusting to you. It's going to be us, you, who'll be adjusting to a certain stimuli or to a certain stimulus, right? Always remember, there's always changes. All you have to do is be adaptable and resilient. Okay, moving on. Let's now move on to internal challenges. Are difficulties a leader may face in improving their own professionalism? These challenges may include, but not limited to, fear, lack of self confidence, employee objection and resistance, and impatience. First, fear. Fear that other people might judge you. Whatever you say, whatever you do, always remember, good or bad, people will always have something to say. That's what I learned while I was, uh, or in the course of my career, right, as a language trainer. There are certain decisions that you'll be making. There are certain situations that will have to depend on your discretion, right? Fear is there. If I heard this one, Everyone. I heard this from uh, an MMA fighter, right? If there's no fear, there's no bravery. Fear is there, so as bravery. Fear is normal because it's part of human nature, right? Doesn't matter how much you pretend, it will show up. The more you pretend, the more it becomes obvious. Okay? If you are fearful, don't be afraid to show it. It's okay, right? It's for them to know that you are being transparent of what you are feeling. But don't get me wrong, guys. Showing fear doesn't mean you're weak. No. Showing fear means you're human and you need people to help you overcome that fear. All right? And those people might be your family, could be your friends, and it could be a stranger whom you have not expected to hear those words of encouragement from. Okay? Next is lack of self confidence. This is pretty common. Lack of self esteem. All right? This is very effective, if I'm being honest. Back then, when I was in college, I was an impromptu speaker. Right? I compete from one university to another, and one thing that I've been doing before I start speaking is I go to the bathroom and I speak in front of a mirror, encourage myself as if I'm a different person. Okay, Rowie, you can do this. The way that you have overcome those things, this is just a piece of cake. It'll be a walk in the park. And sometimes you are good at encouraging other people, but reality is you suck at encouraging yourself. Sometimes you need to be your own cheerleader, right? It's not all the time that your friends, your family will be there to cheer you up. No. Sometimes you will have to do the cheering yourself. That's reality. Okay. Next, employee objection and resistance. It's still there, of course, and it will hunt you, right? That's why we need to leave something, or we need to leave the problems in the office and leave the things that are meant to be at home there. Leave it there, right? Because the things that you'll be taking with you at work from home will be affecting your performance at work. And the things that you'll be taking at home from work will be affecting your relationship with your family and your friends. So there should be a place for everything. All right. Next, impatience. This is pretty common. Yeah, I am an impatient person, right? At times, I tend to be impatient. But again, you need to be, you need to learn how to extend the rope, right? Especially when it comes to budgeting, right? For example, money management as a student. You want to buy this, you want to buy that. And you're demanding your parents to buy these and that. If money is an issue for you, then congratulations. But for those who consider money is an issue like me, then you need to be patient, right? Good things come to those who wait. Moving on to the challenges or the leadership challenges. First is managing responsibilities. If I'm being honest, being a leader is a huge burden on the shoulder, right? I'm sorry, let me change burden. It's a huge um, baggage that you will have to carry around every day. Okay. Managing responsibilities. I know you have responsibilities at work, in school, and soon, I'm sorry, at home, in school, and soon at work, right? You will have to learn how to achieve equilibrium, balance, right? Next, delivering difficult news, right? It's really hard to break the ice, especially when you talk about something negative, right? Sometimes you will have to make the other person choose what do you want to hear first, positive or negative, right? Sometimes they want to hear the positive first, and sometimes they want to hear the negative first. Again, sometimes it's not about what you're saying, it's how you say it. All right. Again, it's not about what you're saying, it's how you say it. Okay. For example, let's just say most of you, I believe, have siblings at home. Let's just say elementary students or kindergarten who have shown their drawings to you, right? For example, hey, kuya, ate, I've drawn this picture of you or photo of you. How does it look? Did I do well? Here you are delivering the bad news. Um, it doesn't look good. right? And it's pretty ugly, if I'm being honest. And yeah, I don't like it. That's you delivering the bad news in a negative way. Positive scripting. Same scenario. Oh, this drawing looks good, but I know you can do better. How? Keep practicing. Draw more pictures of random things. Explore from animals, fruits to humans, right? Until you perfect your drawing in the future. Again, same scenario, but different ways of saying it. That's me telling you guys it's not about what you say, it's how you say it. All right. Next, communicating effectively. This could be a barrier for some, right? Especially for us Filipinos. I understand, right? For example, when you are trying to convey an idea but limited vocabulary, you might want to consult the dictionary. You might want to consult your thesaurus. Now, the good thing about this generation is you have your phone. It's right at your pocket, right? It can be easily downloaded from App Store or Play Store, right? So my tip, instead of you just playing games, don't get me wrong, playing games is not a bad thing if addiction is not observed, okay? As long as it is manageable, as long as you still allot time for your family and for yourself, it's not a bad thing, all right? Why? Because it delivers or it improves critical thinking skill. Believe me or not, critical thinking skill is also part of the 21st century skill. It's what you need to solve problems, right? Analytic or critical thinking skill, call it depending on how you call it, right? It's still the same thing, potato, potato, right? Now, moving on to, oh, by the way, communicating effectively, getting back to my point. Sometimes you would have to read books, right? And reading cannot only happen browsing books. You can also browse ebooks, right? Or online articles, right? Now, there's one thing that you need to be careful about: misinformation, right? It's one of the things that you will have to learn, right? It's about validating sources, okay? Now, it doesn't mean that you've read this from Google, it's already real. Huh? Hello? Can you hear me, guys? All right. Hello? Okay, am I audible?
Hi,
Please let
sir.
me know.
Yes, sir. It's
All right,
audible.
it is now. Thank you. So there might be some internet fluctuation on my end, right? I hope you understand. This happens every time, even at your home. Okay. Anyway, moving on to motivating team members. As I said, sometimes it's easier to motivate others, but it's hard to motivate yourself. It's a totally different story. Okay. As long as you know what your goals are, why not direct everyone with you to achieve that goal? All right. So, for example, if you want to become fit, if you want to become a health buff, right, you would need to find individuals who have the same mind setting as you are, right, in order for you to have the same results. Okay. Now, always remember, a goal without um, discipline will just be goals, right? And without discipline, there will be no motivation. Without motivation at doing things, you will not get started, right? The main foundation of everything, everyone, is discipline, right? So start within yourself, intra personal. And once you're ready, then you go outside of it. That's when interpersonal comes into picture, right? Next, encouraging autonomy. So when we say autonomy, it's you letting them do their thing without you um, micromanaging it. When we say micromanaging, it's you being a stickler. When we say a stickler, every mistake is counted and you want everything perfect. That's you being meticulous, right? And sometimes it ticks everyone off, if I'm being honest. It's like your mom, right? At home. right? For example, if you're doing the things that they have asked you to do and it seems like it's not enough, right? That's being that's micromanaging, and it's never a good thing. If I'm being honest, that's what a boss does, not a leader. All right. Now, moving on to providing guidance. Okay, so when it comes to providing guidance, it's also talking about you giving feedback to them, right? Leading them to the right path as you are, as their leader, and showing them, not just telling them. Sometimes you have to talk the talk and walk the walk in order for them to have respect and follow you, right? Next, accepting and distributing feedback. So it's all about positive scripting or um, the sandwich method. So when we say sandwich method, everyone, you might want or you might need a pen and paper for this. Okay, sandwich method start from the positive to the opportunities. Don't call it negative opportunities, and then positive. Okay, remember the feedback that I've given to my younger brother. Right, with the drawing, that's a sandwich method. All right, it's not about what you say; it's how you say it. Moving on to the essence of being your own boss. What does it mean to be your own boss? Being your own boss means working for yourself instead of an employer and having more control and flexibility over your work activities. So these are the things that we might or that we need to consider: independence versus responsibility, and decision making powers versus accountability. So when it comes to independence and responsibility, independence talking about you being self-sufficient, doing things on your own, but it doesn't mean that you will not be doing it in accordance to the company standard. That's still your responsibility. All right. Next, decision making powers versus accountability. Sometimes we make the wrong decision. We might step on the wrong foot, but it happens. Those are faux pas, right? FAUXPAS, if I'm not mistaken, right? Faux pas. Missteps or mistakes that we've been doing, I've been doing, right? But then again, those mistakes would help you grow up. That's a good thing about making mistakes, everyone. It's never a bad thing, right? It's a good thing. That's when you consider that, oh, I still have to practice more. I would still need to go back to the old drawing board and redo everything. Sometimes it's easier to redo than continue what you've gotten used to. All right. Accountability talks about you owning up something. It could be a mistake, it could be success, it could be an achievement, right? But then again, whatever that is, positive or negative, you will have to accept it and own it. Right. Next, moving on to transition from employee to employer. The transition from being an employee to becoming an employer signifies the shift from working for others to leading and managing your own business ventures. The mindset shift and how leadership skills come into play. Mindset shift. Mindset that you're still an employee rather than employer. Okay. So again, mindset shift, it's all about here. Okay. If you keep on telling yourself that this is my only goal, I do not aspire for more, right? Then that's where you'll be ending up with. Okay. So again, mindset shift, it's going to be you, your decisions, your mind setting that will translate into actions. What you have here will eventually show up depending on the choices that you'll be making, right? So again, think and think. Just don't overthink. It's never a good thing. All right. Next, how leadership skills come into play. How you manage, how you maintain this attitude of a leader. Okay. The qualities of a leader, there's no perfect leader, if I'm being honest. Okay. Because perfection itself is imperfection. Okay. Now, again, do not look for a perfect leader because you yourself have flaws. So does your leader. All right. Moving on to the core leadership skills. First is self management. First and foremost, time management. Filipino time. Yeah, we're in the Philippines. Now, it doesn't mean you're in the Philippines, you will have to mandatorily practice Filipino time. No. All right. Time management, try following a strict timeline, a strict time frame. For example, if you have a goal, you must have a deadline, right? And if you have tasks within a day, you will have to categorize it: Q1, Q2, 3, or 4. So Q1, both important and urgent. Q2, it's important but it's not urgent. Q3, it is important but I'm sorry, it is important it is urgent but it's not important. And Q4, it's both not important nor urgent. Categorize that. Okay. There's a meeting. Where would you put it? Right? There's a project. Where would you put it? My friends want me to go on an eat out, to go on a dinner. Right? Oh, there's a family outing coming soon. Where would you put it? It depends on you. That's time management. Stress management. We do some things for us to to feel better, right? Sometimes we need a breather, right? At work can be suffocating depending on the people that you work with and the tasks that you do on a daily basis. Now, if you're stressed out, stop doing what you're doing, stand up, take a walk. Give yourself 30 minutes to rejuvenate, to recuperate from the strains that you've been experiencing doing that task. Believe me, 30-minute walk is more than enough for you to um, regenerate and get back your foothold, right? Or regain footing. Once you get back from walking, believe me, you're supercharged. Okay. Next, decision making, right? Sometimes it's easier to decide for other people or to give your opinion about their decisions rather than us making decisions ourselves, right? In order for you to effectively make decisions, try to weigh the things, right? Because sometimes it's easier to pick the easy one rather than the difficult one because it's easy access, right? But then again, if it's an easy access, it's an easy one, it's a long term suffering. So you will have to decide wisely. Next is people management. First is emotional intelligence. Again, it's not just IQ or intelligence quotient, it's also EQ, emotional quotient. Emotional intelligence has something to do with your relationship with other people and your relationship with yourself. All right. Now, um, rel establishing relationships is much easier than maintaining relationships with other people. That's when emotional intelligence comes into picture. All right. Next, conflict resolution. Um, Sometimes there are times really that your patience will be tested. And once your patience snaps, right, in a blink of an eye, everything that you have said, you have established will go down like a house of cards, right? Conflict resolution. This is you fixing things up, making things up for someone that you have wronged with, right? Now, conflict resolution is much harder than you think because you will have to balance the side, right? You don't have to be, you should not be, rather, you should not be one sided. You should weigh the things in both sides. You should sit on the fence in order for you to weigh the things effectively. Okay. Next, team motivation. All right. As I said, as long as you know what your goals are, do the things that you will have to do, right? Discipline. Without discipline, you cannot start something. Without consistency, you cannot reach your goal, right? That's team motivation. Keep on reminding your teammates that we have a certain goal. Doesn't matter how hard that is, we're all in through thick and thin, right? Even if you fail, you should go down swinging. All right. Next, strategic thinking, risk manage or risk assessment. Before you do something, um, try to ponder over what things or what the steps are that you should be undertaking, and what could happen, what could go wrong. But then again, things will not always go the way you planned them to do or to go. Right? It's never out of our control. Now, whatever happens, whether if it succeeds or not, You should have plans, not just A and B, but A to Z. Parang sentrum lang yan. Next is vision and goal setting. Vision. You must be a visionary. You must have a concept. And in order for that concept to materialize, you must have a goal, right? Goal setting includes deadline. When would you like this to happen? All right. And keep asking yourself, am I really doing this for myself or for others? Try weighing that responsibility. Adaptability has something to do with you responding to change, right? How well you shift from this mood to this mood, all right? Adaptability and resilience, they come hand in hand, right? Next, dark side of leadership. Ooh, dark side of the moon. Now, first is overconfidence versus confidence. How confidence can be detrimental. Overconfidence versus confidence. Sometimes you need to be confident at doing something. You look smart when you're confident at doing something. But then again, bragging about what you already have, what you know, thinking that you are omniscient. When I say omniscient, you're all knowing. For God's sake, no one is all knowing, right? Now, that's being overconfident. No one likes a haughty person. Haughty, 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 mayabang in Filipino. That's overconfidence, right? Mahangin, kumbaga, right? And who wants to stick with these people? No one, right? Next, dealing with failure. The importance of resilience, learning from mistakes. Now, failure can sometimes be a good thing. And sometimes when we fail, it's all darkness that we see. Sometimes we can get blinded, right? Because of those mistakes, because of that failure. But then again, never fixate on that mistake. Use that mistake, evaluate yourself. What what did go wrong? What were the things that I did that caused this failure? Right? Sometimes darkness can show you the light, right? That's failure. And out of failure, you learn something. That's the light that I'm talking about. And through the learnings that you've gotten from that failure, from that mistake, you start a new beginning. That's a fresh you. That's metamorphosis, right? You are transforming from a different persona to another, which is a better you, right? Learn how to deal with failure. Reality is we don't get what we wanted, or we cannot get everything that we want. Doesn't matter how rich you are, right? How good looking you are. It will not always go your way, right? And let's take a look about on Oprah Winfrey. So, Oprah Winfrey is one of the most successful rags to riches stories of our time. Born into poverty, she overcome personal challenges and found her first media job at age 19. It took several years before she launched her talk show, and several more before her own network found success. When she created her network, everything was in place for immense and rather immediate success. She had the masses of fans. She had the industry experience. She was highly networked. She could afford to help finance it, but the network took years to take off. Even Oprah Winfrey, a queen in her industry, needed time to make things happen. Again, there's no magic pill for success, right? In order for you to be successful, you need to do the legwork yourself. When we say legwork, do the dirty work yourself. Don't get me wrong, you need to go to the field sometimes and make your feet and hands dirty, covered with mud, become filthy before you become clean and pure. All right. And let's think about this quote from Aristotle. He who cannot be a good follower cannot be a good leader, right? As students, you do not just rely on your teammates or team leaders' decisions or orders. No, you must think and weigh things out. Let your leader know that this might happen if we do this. This could happen if we start doing this, right? Do not accept orders blindly, right? Try to weigh things over, try to evaluate, and then respectfully address this problem or this issue or this request that you have and discuss it, talk it over with your members and your leader, all right? And if I'm being honest, guys, those best leaders of our time have become or have started from the lowest rank, right? No one started at the peak of something. They came somewhere, and that's where you guys will be heading, right? A wise man learns from his mistakes. An even wiser man learns from other people's mistakes. All right, moving on. Now, for VXI positions available, walk in applicants are welcome. Visit any of our recruitment offices in Panorama QC, in VXI Bridgetown, MOA, Makati, Clark, and in Davao. And alternatively, if you cannot visit these sites since it's pretty far, it's not proximate from your home, you can visit www.jobs180.com/VXI. And that pretty much wraps it up for me. If you have any questions, go for it. Feel free.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon po.
Hi, Bo.
Hi. So for our students, if you have questions, don't hesitate to pose your questions sa comment section. So sir, I have a question po.
Sure.
Is there any trend that could be called the new leader, or have things really not changed that much over the last 2000 years?
Um, it's basically the methods that have changed, but the qualities of a leader, it's still the same. What did I say about methods? Back then, we have gotten used to the analog stage or analog age. Right now, we've been acquainted with the digital age, right? Leadership can now be observed in different forms, can be online, virtual, just like what we're doing, right? President Duterte during his time, and President Marcos, right? I don't want to be political, but observe the leaders that we had or that we are having right now, right? Their leadership can be felt even if they did not physically visit these cities, these places that we live in, right?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. For the leaders po, how do you delegate tasks? Because some people or yung mga leaders, especially those yung mga lead nga, will get all the work so that it's gonna be done in no time. So how do you delegate tasks?
Back then, when I was a team leader, uh, I assist my team members, right? I help them do the task. I do not do everything because how will they learn if I do everything for them, right? I ask them sometimes to observe what I'm doing, and sometimes I let them do it for them to, because there's nothing beats learning by doing. That's John Dewey, right? Mas madali kasing matuto pag ikaw na mismo yung gumagawa, right? Kesa yung manonood ka lang kung sino yung gumagawa, observing. Because there are three main types of learning, right? Or learning styles, rather. We have visual, that's you observing. Um, we have auditory, yung nakikinig ka lang, and kinesthetic, you doing it yourself. A combination of all of them can be very effective, right?
Ayun. So, last question po for me. How can the leaders or aspiring leaders maintain themselves to stay motivated?
As I said, it's not all the time that it's sunshine and rainbow, right? There will be dark times, and it's not just rainy days; it's stormy days, right? It could be a hurricane, it could be a tornado, name it as you will, right? But then again, one thing is needed, of course, when you're stressed out. Take a breathe, take a deep breath, rather. Take a breather. That's what I'm saying, right? Take a breather. Go on break. Maybe take a leave for a couple of days to refresh yourself, unwind, right? Everyone deserves a break, right? It could be a break, could be a coffee, a cup of coffee, can be a bowl of pasta, right? It could be a slice of cake. It depends on you. What you're comfortable with, do it. If you're stressed out, relax, take a deep breath, drink some water, right? To rehydrate yourself, to stay motivated.
Ayun. Thank you so much, sir. Of course, hindi lang naman for the leaders yung maintaining yourself to stay motivated. Of course, sa sarili nyo din yun. On your everyday life, everyday work. So, I guess no questions for the students. Wala ko nakikita sa comment section. So, thank you so much, Sir Rowie, for joining us today and for the wonderful talk that you did. So, you can
Thank you,
visit their
everyone.
website. Thank you, Sir Rowie. Ayan, you can visit their website and apply through jobs180.com/VXI. And again, we wish to have you again, Sir Rowie, on our next set of webinars. Ingat po. Yan. Okay, so to our audience, thank you for staying and I hope you learn and enjoy this session. So if may tanong pa po kayo, you may send us a message at our Facebook page, www.jobs180, and you can also check our Instagram account at jobs180. There you have it, guys. We are done with the talk. Yeah, big clap. We successfully tackled all the topics assigned for today's session. Also, do not forget to evaluate this event. The link is flashed on your screen and is also available at the comment section. This will also serve as your attendance for today. So, ayan, i-scan nyo lang or i-copy nyo lang yung link. So, it will also serve as your attendance, guys. So we would like to thank each one of you guys for staying all throughout the event. And we hope that this webinar helps you be prepared in the world of work. Finally, diba? Ito na yung reality. And of course, we would also like to thank Mapua University for collaborating with Jobs 180. Please watch out for the next set of webinars we are going to host for. Please check our Facebook page for the topics that will be discussed, and you're welcome to join in on those sessions too. So the program has finally concluded. This is your host, Nam Maranan, and we will see you soon. Ad Astra Abisask. Bye-bye!
Intelligence is the foundation of any good business. But if every good business has it, how do you stand out? Intuition. When enabled by technology, intuition stops feeling like a hunch and starts looking like confidence. The confidence you get when you work with Cognizant, where we engineer every aspect of your business, technology, processes, and experiences to anticipate expectations and act instantly. This is intuition, and we can engineer it.
In this constantly changing world where businesses move at a rapid pace, Innodata solves the toughest challenges in any industry through human expertise and the power of technology. We are a community that thrives on a culture of collaboration, ideation, and innovation. And we want you to be part of our family. Your journey towards a meaningful and thriving career begins with us. Be part of the Inno community. We are Innodata.
Hello, I'm Vixie, the automated recruitment assistant of VXI Philippines. Do you want to know how to jumpstart an awesome career? Join VXI and be part of the International ICT Award 2019's Best Employer of the Year finalist, Best Company of the Year, Best Contact Center, Most Innovative Company of the Year for 2 years, Hall of Fame for Best Contact Center and BPO Company of the Year for 2017 to 2018 and 2019. We are hiring account representatives for customer service, sales, and technical support. Find us in a site near you. Quezon City, Makati City, Mall of Asia, Pasay, Clark, Pampanga, and Davao City. Enjoy a competitive compensation package and industry best incentives. Apply via Facebook Messenger at VXIPH. Email us at careersph@vxi.com. Text your full name, location, and preferred interview schedule to 0917-777-5555 for Luzon and 0965-932-9745 or 0961-757-8361 for Davao. We can't wait to have you on the team soon. Apply now!
All around the world, people's lives are better because of Oracle. With a presence in over 175 countries, we are one of the biggest technology companies on the planet. But we operate with the ingenuity of a startup. That's because at Oracle, innovation starts with inclusion. When everyone's voice is heard and valued, we are inspired to go beyond what's been done before, like the world's first autonomous database, the most exciting chapter in the cloud revolution to date. Our self-driving technology is empowering researchers to discover the secrets of our universe and helping the world's leading companies to reimagine what it means to innovate. We are a team of tech enthusiasts who love what we do, and it shows. Whether we're using AI to connect cancer patients to life-saving clinical trials, blockchain to make sure huge cargo ships don't get stranded at sea, or Oracle Cloud to save endangered species from extinction, we take pride in the knowledge that we are making the world a better place. Life at Oracle is designed to bring out the best in you. We don't think your life should be on hold from Monday to Friday. Here, flexible working gives you the freedom to do things your way. Join us and we will give you the support and the skills to write your own success story.